State University welcomes you to the Burns Arena for Trailblazers basketball. In the event it becomes necessary to evacuate the building because of an emergency, exits are provided at the east, southwest, and north side of the building and through the tunnel on the south end of the playing floor. Please identify the two exits closest to your location.
Hey, guess what? We've been invited to move up to Division I and join the Western Athletic Conference. We are really excited about this opportunity, but we needed to make sure it was the right decision for our athletes, students, institution, and community. So DSU hired Collegiate Consulting to conduct a feasibility study, and we looked into all of the pros and cons ourselves, and
we have some exciting news to share today.
We are accepting the invitation to the WAC.
So what does this mean for DSU?
It means that in July 2020, Dixie State University will be home to a Division I athletic program,
which opens many opportunities for our students, university, and community.
For starters, Division I schools often experience increases in scholarships, enrollment, and completion rates.
Other benefits like more rigorous academic standards, more attention on a national stage,
NCAA and WAC revenues, and increased booster support will be amazing for Dixie State.
Currently, the WAC doesn't include football, so you may be wondering if we'll still have a football team. The answer is absolutely. Football will be an independent Division I team, like several other institutions.
Benefits for the community include increased tourism and revenues,
along with big name programs coming into town for the community to come see us play.
But by far, one of the best parts is playing more Utah schools and creating intense rivalries with other WAC schools,
such as UVU, Cal Baptist, and Grand Canyon University, in addition to having the opportunity to play nearby D1 competitors such as SUU, Weber State, and Northern Arizona.
Hi, I'm Jason Booth, Dixie State University's Director of Athletics. This is an exciting opportunity for DSU and a natural step in the development of a growing institution and community as we evolve from university status to university stature. We hope you are as excited as we are, and we invite you to come to our games and show your support for our Trailblazers as we prepare to become a powerful Division I athletic program in the WAC and across the nation.
Pleasant good evening to all of you basketball fans out there in the southern Utah area. It's Dixie State basketball coming at you here on the Trailblazer Basketball Network. Trailblazers tonight hosting the Roadrunners of MSU Denver. Carrick Segmiller, Mike Olson with you. Inside the Burns Arena, we're going to have a real short Dad's Trucking pregame show, Mike. Apologize, we're getting some tidied up after the women's game, but man, what a game we have on tap here tonight. I think Coach Judkins maybe breathed a sigh of relief after the women's game because they've been following each other all year through conference play. If the women win, the men win. If the women lose, then the men lose. So I think just check step one, women won tonight, a great win for them. And now it's the men's turn to take on this very tough MSU Denver squad. This will be a tough game tonight for the Trailblazers. Dixie State coming into this game with a 4-7 overall record, 2-5 in the RMAC, and they have lost 5 straight if you count the tough loss up at Wyoming. 4 straight, if you take that out, it doesn't really count the wins and losses. But Dixie State 4-7 overall, 2-5 in the RMAC. MSU Denver, the Roadrunners, 6-5 overall, 4-3 in the RMAC play. Dixie State teams have been known to make bounce backs in January and February. They're going to try and do just that tonight. First, we're going to take a quick 2-minute timeout, and we'll come back after the national anthem on the Trailblazer Basketball Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, Michigan Hostler. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet tonight's starting lineups. This evening, sponsored by Camping World. First off,
Fans, welcome back inside the Burns Arena. Back inside a quick Dad's Trucking pregame show. We're going to give you some Mountain America keys to the game and some Lonnie Boys Barbecue starting lineups. Bringing my broadcast partner Mike Olson for the evening. And Mike, let's jump right into those Mountain America keys to the game. I got a couple of things to say about some of their players, but a tough MSU Denver squad. Dixie State really want to get back on track. If you want to play your way into a decent spot in that RMAC tournament, you can't afford to drop many more games throughout the rest of the schedule.
Absolutely, Carrick. This game means a lot on very many levels for Dixie. You mentioned getting back on track, and no better place to do it than Burns Arena. Dixie's played their best basketball here in Burns Arena, so it's a great way to get back on track. Look for a very exciting game. What a great atmosphere. I mean, this place is rocking already. Hats off to the women for creating a great atmosphere earlier, but great environment tonight.
Let's take a quick look at this MSU Denver squad, and we'll give you their Lonnie Boys starting lineups here in just a moment. But they've got a couple of guys, 3 guys averaging double figures. And Mike, it all starts with a 6'4" junior guard from Tracy, California, Drew Asa. Asa averaging 16.2 points per game, 40% from three-point range, about 80% free throw shooter. Does it all, pretty good passer as well, but he is a true scorer. He likes to spot up first. But if you let him take it off the dribble, he will, and he'll take it at you. And he's their main scorer and very good at that.
Yeah, he's the type of guy that if it's not happening from outside, he can take it inside. He's very versatile, tough matchup for Dixie State tonight.
After that, want to highlight 6'3" junior guard from Rialto, California, Garrett Carter. 12.5 points per game, and he's 52% from the field. Not exactly your three-point specialist, although if you let him come off a screen, he will knock it down. You'll see them run him off screens all night long. You have to know where he is at. He can get to the bucket and hurt you as well. And then the big man down low, 6'8" redshirt junior forward, Kendall McIntosh, 11.9 points per game. 52% from the field, pretty good free throw shooter. He moves well without the ball, and he is really good around the rim, Mike. So 3 key players there for MSU Denver tonight.
Yeah, and they're all very athletic. They love the open floor, and they will look to get going early off of turnovers. They're very good at creating offense for themselves. They want to get out and push. They want to gamble on defense, be very aggressive, and try to create some open court plays.
Starters for the MSU Denver Roadrunners, we just mentioned 3 of them. Drew Asa starting at guard. 6'7" redshirt freshman forward Elijah Strotter. 6'3" junior guard Garrett Carter. 6'3" senior guard Enrique Cortez Zotez. And a 6'8", 215 redshirt junior forward, we just talked about him, Kendall McIntosh. Roadrunners led by head coach Michael Ball in his second season at MSU Denver, 21 and 19, excuse me, can't read my own handwriting, at MSU Denver. Now talking about Dixie State, 4-7 overall, 2-5 in the RMAC, trying to get back on track. And tonight they will start like this. They're going to start Zach Frampton. They will start Andre Wilson. They will start Matt Conway, Dub Price, and Quincy Matthews back into the starting lineup tonight. Mike, a couple of Mountain America keys to the game. What are your keys to a Trailblazer victory tonight?
Number 1 is energy. They've got to feed off the energy of this crowd and get off to a great start. Number 2, both teams like to play in the 70s. Very comfortable playing in the 70s. Yep. I think Dixie defensively has got to keep this game probably in the 60s. And then finally, they've got to rebound. They've got to capitalize on the offensive, defensive rebounds.
MSU Denver going to win the tap. They'll be moving left to right. Dixie State right to left. As we see it, you hear it on the radio. It's flipped on the TV side. Cameras are on the other side of the court, adjacent to us. MSU Denver, first possession of the ball game. It's Cortez Zotez coming around the screen, right wing, bouncing it back inside of McIntosh. Straight to the paint, kicks it back out, touch pass to Carter. Carter will gather left wing, 8 to shoot, guarded by Wilson. Inside, and he's fouled. It looked like he may have carried it, but the foul against Andre Wilson came first.
Shot clock got down to 6 seconds. Good defensive possession for Dixie State, but that's exactly what they'll try to do. If things aren't working, they're going to break you down off the dribble.
Shot clock back out to 20, into the right corner, bouncing inside. Now looking for Strotter, and his shot is blocked. Dixie State the other way. Quincy Matthews bouncing to Wilson. Now to Frampton. Price handing off to Wilson. Top of the key, Conway will step into a three, a little bit short. Garrett Carter will gather in the rebound for MSU Denver. Here come the Roadrunners. On this Red Out Friday, great crowd on hand. Three-point shot, Drew Sasa. Too strong, Zach Frampton the rebound. He'll bounce it inside for Dub Price. Lefty layup, too strong. Rebound MSU Denver. Up and down tempo. And here come the Roadrunners. Asa killing the dribble in the paint, kicking it back out. They'll swing it top of the key, Garrett Carter. Back to Asa. Now Garrett Carter, 14 to shoot. We're still scoreless. 90 seconds into this one. Cortez Zotez, left wing three, did not stay scoreless for long. He knocks it in, and MSU Denver a 3-0 lead.
Exactly what you talked about earlier in the pregame, Carrick. He's the type of guy that can get going very quick. So now that he's hit his first one, he's going to keep looking to shoot very early.
Quincy Matthews, Dub Price to answer. Three-pointer straight away off the left side. Garrett Carter snares the rebound. And here comes MSU Denver. Behind the back dribble for Carter, looking inside for McIntosh. The pass was there. McIntosh just couldn't get his hands on it. Turnover for MSU Denver. Dixie State gets it back.
Very fast tempo. You know, look for Dixie right now to slow things down a little bit. This is the first time they'll be able to get into a half-court set and run their stuff. That's what they want. They want to slow it down just enough that they can get some of these guys running through some screens, get their shooters some looks.
Wilson. Into Dub Price. Price back to Wilson. 15 to shoot, 17:53 on the game clock, and a 3-0 lead for MSU Denver. Price catches one dribble in the lane. Up off the window and a loose ball foul against Dixie State. Quincy Matthews en route for the rebound.
You know, and that's a foul you can live with. Quincy crashing hard, trying to make a big play. You like to see that. You like to see some activity and Quincy crashing. That's what gets Quincy going is plays like that.
Quincy's looking for something, looking for a spark to turn his senior season around. Sure, to this point has not been how he imagined it. Carter off a screen, holding three-point land straight away. Now into the right corner. They'll bounce to Strotter. Strotter right back to Asa. Touch pass, three-point land straight away. Carter, and he nails it. 6-0 lead for MSU Denver. All their baskets coming from beyond the arc. 17-10 remaining here in the first half. Frampton spinning in the lane, and he's fouled. Question is on the floor or on the way to the bucket. I think on the floor. It'll go against Carter. Dixie State maintains the possession.
You know, very aggressive defense very early for Metro State. They're gambling. They're going for everything.
Bounce inside to Conway on the left block. Turn around, float with the right. No, too strong. Cortez Zotez the rebound. Pass ahead. Drew Sasa. Back to Carter, now to Asa, left wing, 20 to shoot, 6-0 MSU Denver lead. Dixie State desperately needing a bucket. Got to get a stop first. Cortez Zotez one-on-one with Dub Price, passes the inline, finds Asa, left wing three, too strong offensive rebound, bounce right to Cortez Zotez, to Asa, he'll try it again, too strong, and McIntosh tried to go one-hand putback dunk, but he missed it. Here come the Trailblazers. Quincy Matthews, left corner. Now to Dub Price. Zach Frampton looking inside. Quincy to Andre. 15 to shoot. Approaching the under 16 media timeout. 6-0 MSU Denver lead. Frampton will step into a three right wing. Leaves it short. Quincy can't get the rebound. And here comes MSU Denver. Trailblazers not able to find anything inside. Carter to the bucket. Finger roll. In and one. I think Dub Price going to pick up the foul.
You know, you look at that momentum start for the Roadrunners right now. Their confidence is through the roof. They feel like they can drive, they can shoot. There's a lot of confidence trying to get in the middle of the floor, as you see here on TV. They attack the middle like that. They're very good, very athletic.
One free throw coming to try to complete the three-point play, and Jack Pagankoff set to check in, but I was going to say didn't get him to the table in time, or he didn't check in where he's supposed to. They're not going to let him come in. Carter will complete the three-point play. He's got 6. And how about a 9-0 lead for MSU Denver? Pagan-Koff has not seen action since that December 18th matchup at St. Martin's. He was injured there, and he's back on the floor for the first time since before Christmas.
Good to have him back.
Yes, indeed. Was sorely missed on the last road trip. Pagan-Koff to Frampton. Back to Pagan-Koff. Drives inside. Will bounce inside. Conway loses. Stolen away by McIntosh. Marcus Jefferson into the game for MSU Denver, as well as Jaron Taylor. And Taylor will get his first touch, 15 feet from the bucket, left side, backing in on Frampton. Passes to Jefferson. Puts the ball on the floor. Into the corner, Asa, right corner three, too strong. Rebound to Quincy Matthews and Dixie State. Gathers, hands off to Pagan-Koff. 15:20 remaining, 9-0 MSU Denver. Media timeout on the next whistle. Frampton. Top of the key, Dub Price. And Quincy. Quincy looking inside to Conway, nothing there. They'll swing it back to Pagan-Koff. Pagan-Koff inside, jump step, floater, right hand, good. Big shot for Pagan-Koff and the Trailblazers. They're on the board.
You know, Carrick, it looks like Dixie's a little bit hesitant to attack them offensively. They've reversed it around the outside. Finally, Pagan-Koff saw an opening and he took it, but looks like they're a little bit passive in their offense early on in the game.
9-2, Roadrunners lead it, 14:48 remaining until the break. Nearly 2 full minutes past the media timeout. Skip to Jefferson, he loses it in the corner, was trying to go one more pass. A turnover, and Dixie State will get it back. Wade Miller, Julian Decree will check in during the timeout. 14:40 remaining. Dixie State trailing 9-2. We'll take a 60-second timeout. Come right back on the Trailblazer Basketball Network.
Man, where's Carrick? The show's about to start.
Carrick Segmiller approaches his ball after a beautiful approach shot. This ball landed about 12, 13 feet away as he lines up the putt. He'll have this one for birdie.
Hey, have any of you guys seen Carrick?
I think he went that way.
Segmiller eyes his ball as he lines it up. Again, this putt for birdie will win the tournament. He steps to his ball. The putt's on its way. It's got the right speed. It's in! Carrick Segmiller for birdie to win the tournament as the crowd goes wild.
Woo!
He is celebrating. He is ecstatic.
Yeah! Carrick, we got shooting in like 5 minutes. Let's go.
Come on, man. I'm just playing some golf. Let's go.
Second horn sounds on the media timeout, and we are back inside the Burns Arena. 14:40 remaining. Dixie State trailing 9-2. Timeouts brought to you by Catering Concepts. Derek Segman alongside Mike Olson in the 9-0 run for MSU Denver to start this thing. But Dixie State gets a bucket from Jack Pagan-Koff. They force a turnover the other way. Hopefully, things starting to swing back their way.
Yeah, it's important that they not panic right now. You know, as a coach, you're telling them stop looking at the scoreboard. Don't worry about it. Just play your game. Just do our stuff. Make them adjust to us.
Doug Price holding. Wade Miller, Julian Decree checked in for Dixie State during the timeout, and Pagan-Koff going to throw it away. Was waiting for Dub Price to cut through the lane, and Dub got to his spot on the left block. And Jack, I think, expected him to take maybe one more step, threw it out of bounds.
Costly turnover. You hate to see that coming out of a timeout. That's just really frustrating, but it's important defensively right now. If they can get some stops, string some stops together and get some confidence, that will help with their offense.
MSU Denver 19 to shoot. It will be Taylor backing in on Price. Kicks it to Asa, left wing three is good. MSU Denver hot from outside to start this thing. Roadrunners lead at 12-2. Side Dupree. Dupree floating and scoring over Kendall McIntosh. Coach Judkins says we need some size in there, and it works first time they go to him.
Exactly what they need. They need an inside presence. The ball has been around the outside of the three-point line most of the possessions for Dixie. It's good to get the ball inside. That's going to help open up some of those shooters on the outside.
12-4, Dixie State trailing. MSU Denver probing, trying to pass it inside. It's kicked out of bounds. 20 seconds on the shot clock. 13:37 on the game clock in a 12-4 game. Kendall McIntosh going to get his first rest for MSU Denver. In to replace him, Kane Van Heinigen will check into the game. And Heinigen out of Amsterdam in the Netherlands. International flavor on this MSU Denver team. fun to see this game grow all through the world. It's global. Good basketball being played everywhere. There's Jefferson will step into a left wing three for MSU Denver off the heel of the iron and into the corner, like where it's tied up. Or are they calling a foul? I think they're going to call an MSU Denver foul. Wait to see who that's on. Dixie State forcing a miss. Or are they just going to say it was out of bounds? They never reported foul, so maybe just it traveled. MSU Denver traveled with the ball in the corner. Thank goodness for replay.
Yeah.
I can't
no idea what
I
they were
can't
calling.
see in that corner. I don't have X-ray vision to look through the Dixie State bench. Decree again, and he's fouled this time by Van Heinigen. Late whistle, but Julian Decree to the free throw line. Van Heinigen will pick up his first foul.
You know, watching the different styles right now, what MSU Denver is doing very well is they're getting the ball inside out. They're moving the ball inside. They're getting post touches. Dixie's got to rotate. Then they're kicking it back out for some threes. The first adjustment Coach Judkins is making in this game is doing that same thing. He recognized the offense is getting a little bit stagnant. They've got to get an inside presence. So went with Dupree to get some post touches, and things have happened a little bit. So that was a good substitution by Coach Judkins to go with Dupree.
Dupree misses the first free throw. Free throw is brought to you by Fabulous Freddy's. Second one too strong as well, but Andre Wilson will chase down a long offensive rebound. Trailblazers reset, no harm done. Dupree right back inside, spinning, splitting two defenders, misses a layup, tip, put back, no, and he's fouled the second time. He's right back to the line. Foul will go against Jaron Taylor, his first.
Yeah, they've got matchup problems now. You know, MSU Denver, they're recognizing that Dupree's a tough guard in the post. He uses his body very well. He's quick. He's very good at going to his left shoulder. And Dixie's found a little bit of a mismatch, and they'll keep attacking and going to that weak spot in the MSU defense.
Dupree going to miss his third consecutive free throw. Came into this contest 10 of 21 from the stripe, now 10 of 24. Coach Judkins trying to get him to forget about those three and just make this one. On the way and too strong. And it will be Jaron Taylor the rebound for MSU Denver. 12:54 remaining. Here in the first half, approaching their second media timeout of this first frame. Jefferson will set it up. Over to Taylor. Baseline left side jumper is short. And Dason Youngblood the rebound. Here come the Trailblazers. Youngblood will bounce inside of Conway. Conway harassed on the right block, kicks it back out, gets it right back. Trying to find some room to operate. Double teamed and fouled. And the foul will go against Garrett Carter, coming in and helping.
Well, we're seeing this chess match, right? Judkins knew he had to get the ball in the post. Successful getting the ball to Julian Decree, and now MSU Denver said, we see your post play. Now we're going to raise you a double team. So now they're double teaming the post, making him pass out. Conway really having a difficult time getting rid of it. That trap, double team in the post is causing some problems for Dixie.
Youngblood to trigger, baseline left side, will lob to Wilson, who's going out of bounds, had to catch and toss it back in. Gives it to Youngblood. Youngblood right back into Conway. Double teamed again, left wing, Wilson three, too strong. Julian Decree offensive rebound, one dribble, kicking it back out for Youngblood. And the Trailblazers will reset, really like how active Julian Decree has been. Miller, catch and shoot, right wing three, no. Too strong, off the back iron, rebound Strotter. Here come the Roadrunners.
It's a good look.
Jefferson setting up the offense for MSU Denver. Around the horn to Demetrius Jackson, his first touch tonight. Back to Assad, the team leader, right corner. Assad looking into McIntosh, nothing there. Now they get it to him, one-on-one. McIntosh against Dupree. Dupree knocks it away, ball is loose, and Dupree gonna take it away. Here comes Andre Wilson. Wilson inside, blocking foul. 2 free throws coming for Andre Wilson, and I'm thinking that Marcus Jefferson was in the lane, otherwise probably would have been a charge all the way. And when I say in the lane, I mean in the restricted area. The lane's a lot bigger than just that small arc down at the bottom. 11:26 to play. Andre Wilson's going to have 2 free throws. Dixie State a little tough in the early going, but a chance to bounce back here. 12-4, Dixie State trails. 60-second timeout and back on the Trailblazer Basketball Network.
like John McCain and other people would just sit there quietly on the sides,
Well,
and
no,
and that many Republican activists would refrain from registering their disapproval in the peanut gallery?
Some might argue that Republican activist is an oxymoron.
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of activism.
All right.
But
We
do you
just
see
didn't
what
see
I'm
it.
saying? If you just flip it right over on its head.
I would like to flip it on its head, and in fact, I'm already doing that because my own position is free speech is free speech, okay? And I'm kind of advocating for something that I'm really not supporting in this respect. As far as protesting or not protesting and being able to recognize your audience, what we need on either side, I don't care where you're coming from, is the ability to recognize the audience.
Welcome back inside the Burns Arena. 11:26 to play after that media timeout. Andre Wilson to the stripe for a pair of free throws. Harder free throws, I might add. Took a hard foul inside. Mike Trailblazers, you've got it circled, just 18% from the field, 2 of 11.
Yeah, they're getting the shots they want, which is, it's encouraging. You know that your offense is working. You're just not making the shots, especially in the free throw line.
Andre Wilson will knock in the free throw. He's on the board. Dixie State within 7, 12-5. MSU Denver scored 9 points in just a matter of minutes, and they've only scored 3 points in the last probably 7 minutes. Wilson makes the second and has cut the lead to 6, 12-6. Dixie State slowly trying to creep back into this thing. 11:18 remaining. Drew Sassah, right wing three for MSU Denver. No, offensive rebound. Roadrunners going to get another chance. McIntosh, and they'll swing it to Cortez Zotez to reset. 11:03 remaining. Roadrunners with possession, 15 to shoot. Into the corner, Jackson. Back to Assad. Good defense by Dixie State. Shot clock winding down. Now to 5. Assad, deep three. Off the left wing. Offensive rebound, McIntosh.
That hurts. You know, you play defense for that long, you give up a bad shot, and then give up an offensive rebound. That hurts.
Cortez Zotez, Roadrunners still with possession. Inside of McIntosh. Kicking it back out of Saw. Shot clock down to 10. And they turn it over. Dason Youngblood, the steal, one-on-one. Inside, off the window, yes. Scoring over Demetrius Jackson.
No, and just like that, 2-possession game, right? Patience. If Dixie can be patient and really do a better job defensively of keeping MSU Denver out of the key and off the offensive boards, they can work their way back into the game.
McIntosh, guarded by Dupree. Swinging it around the horn, now Strotter. Backing in on Conway, he'll float and score. They said we want to go away from that Julian Dupree guy. And Strotter going to get a bucket, 14-8, Dixie State trailing by 6, 9:40 remaining. Wilson will pull up left elbow jumper, good, right in the face of Drew Sassah. Good shot. He's got a 4. It's 14-10. Dixie State back within 2 possessions. 9:25 remaining. Strotter holding on the right junction. And off to Cortez Zotez. Zotez, the right corner, Assad. Trying to cross over on Youngblood, and he says, He swipes it away. Hands off to Wilson. Dixie State will set it up. Wilson bouncing to Dupree. Dupree, shot disrupted by McIntosh. Ball is loose. And MSU Denver going to pick it up in the corner, and Dupree going to pick up a careless foul with 8:55 remaining.
Yeah, that's a frustration foul there by Julian. He knows he had that basket. Great look. He did exactly what he needed to do. Got right to a spot, attacked the rim, thought he got fouled, missed the offensive rebound, and then just picked up a little cheap frustration foul. But you love those minutes by Julian Dupree. Love what the energy that he brought. You love that inside presence, and it's really changed the game a little bit. But now for Dixie, it looks like they're back playing man-to-man. It's important for them right now to just communicate and talk and not allow so much penetration.
MSU Denver the other way. 15 on the shot clock. It will be Van Heinigen. Will throw up a shot guarded by Conway, but Jason Youngblood coming to help double team, going to get called for the foul, and Van Heinigen will have 2 free throws.
Both teams pounding the ball inside, wanting post touches, and for MSU Denver, if they can get it down to Van Heinigen, he's a very good one-on-one player in the post. Very smart, knows how to use his body. Very good at creating offense for himself.
Van Heinigen, just a 54% free throw shooter. Now 6 of 12 on the season. So now that percentage drops down to 50. One more free throw on the way. Off the right side, misses both. Dixie State the rebound. Trailblazers the other way. Frampton to Quincy Matthews. Both of those guys alongside Dub Price check back in during the timeout. Matthews to Conway. Conway to Frampton. Frampton to Quincy. Q holding in the left corner. Puts the ball on the floor. Jump stop. In the lane. Tough shot. He gets it to go. Quincy Matthews on the board. Dixie State within 2. 14-12. 8:07 remaining.
Doing a very good job of attacking the defense now. They got rid of that passive play, and they're full attack mode now.
Road runners setting up offense. Cortez Zotez bouncing to Taylor. Backing in on Youngblood. Passes the inline. Jackson. Jackson to Inkland. Inkland back to Jackson. Holding left wing. 4 to shoot. Down to 3. 2. He doesn't see it. Cortez Zotez. Deep 3. Banked it. No good. Frampton the rebound. Trailblazers can tie or take the lead here. Frampton. To Youngblood. Top of the key, Price. Looking inside Conway. Back to Dub. Left elbow jumper. No. Too short. Gets his own rebound. Trailblazers reset. Price to Conway. Free throw line on the floor. Driving inside. He's fouled. 2 free throws coming for Matt Conway. And that is the Matt Conway we've seen the first half of this season.
Great possession for Dixie. A chance to tie it up here with 7:18 to go. They've battled real hard to get back into this game.
Foul goes against Kane Van Heinigen. His second. 7:18 remaining. Dixie State can tie it up with a pair of free throws. MSU Denver 14, Dixie State 12. This is Dixie State basketball on the Trailblazer Basketball Network. Back in 60.
There is a place where looking out means looking in, where an impression lasting only a few seconds will be imprinted on a life forever, where courage is forged and innocence rediscovered, where remembering is rewarding and forgetting unforgettable. There is a place where truth is felt and where seeing is believing. There is a place.
Radio Dixie 91.3. We don't play that. Nope, not that. A big fat no there. That's what we play. And stuff like that. On St. George's only alternative, Radio Dixie 91.3. Oh, and from 9 till midnight, we play this. I need a one dance. And this. Radio Dixie 91.3 FM.
Local businesses with your Dixie Direct card. Check out DixieDirectCard.com.
7:18 remaining here inside the Burns Arena. I want to remind you, tonight's game brought to you by Chick-fil-A, our scoreboard sponsor. We take a look at it right now. We see Dixie State trailing by 2, 14-12. But Mike, after trailing 9-0 to start this game, they've chipped away. And now Matt Conway can tie it with a pair of free throws.
Yeah, patience is paying off for them. You know, they didn't panic. We talked about, how important it was for them when they got down to not get frustrated, not give up, keep playing as a team, stay focused, stick with the game plan. Be patient and things will happen. So great adjustments early on. Very good adjustments by the coaching staff.
Conway, a couple of dribbles, made the first. He'll have one more. And it's good. We are tied at 14. It was a 9-0 run for Dixie State. 9-0 run for MSU Denver to start. Dixie State since then, a 14-5 run to tie this thing up. 7:04 remaining. Here's Inkland for MSU Denver, 3 straight away, too strong. Quincy Matthews and Frampton bang into one another. Going for the rebound, Trailblazers come up with it still. is Youngblood to Dub Price. Thought about a three, instead to Quincy Matthews. Back to Dub. Probing, trying to find Conway inside. Can't get it to him. Quincy with 15. Will bounce to Conway. Mid-post left side. Backing in on Van Heinigen. Swinging to Dub Price. Right wing three. Too strong. He banked it. Nearly rolled around and went in. Here come the Roadrunners. Good patience by Dixie State. Got an open look. Couldn't put it through. Here's Carter. The three straight away for MSU Denver. It's too strong. Trailblazers want to run. Frampton, left wing. Spinning inside, looking for Dub Price. Wow, how did he get that ball back to him? Now to Quincy, left block, and he's going to get called for an offensive foul. Lowered the shoulder. Wasn't too difficult of a call for the official. Quincy picks up his second, excuse me.
Well, you can see Quincy, he was waiting for the double team to come. He was going to try to split it and just gave it to him right in the chest.
And he went back inside, and if he'd have spun back to the baseline, that thing might have been wide open.
Right.
Brooks the Bison. Distracting us. He's standing right behind us.
I'm worried about that string stuff that he's shooting.
I know. MSU Denver. Floater inside is good for Jaron Taylor. A 16-14 lead. MSU Denver back on top. 5:53 to go until halftime. But this game is a whole new ball game after the Trailblazers clawed its way back in. Frampton, right wing three, no. Wade Miller battling for the rebound, and he will knock it off Van Heinigen and out of bounds and earn Dixie State a fresh 30. Julian Decree will check in. Dub Price going to get a rest. On the floor for Dixie State, Wade Miller, Julian Decree, Matt Conway, Zach Frampton, and Dason Youngblood. Youngblood to trigger, baseline right side, holding. Will lob to Wade Miller. Catches, three-point land straight away. He passes to Youngblood. It's tipped by Cortez Zotez and off of Youngblood's hands and out of bounds. .5:35 remaining in the first. Dixie State trailing by 2, 16-14. Garrett Carter will hold. Crossing over on Youngblood. And an offensive foul. What do we have here? Is it a push-off or was it away from the ball? It was a push-off on Garrett Carter. His third. And he can't believe it.
Yeah, you like to see those. Hey, we'll take it.
Dixie State will take that one.
Hopefully
the audience that saw that replay, you decide.
Yeah. Hopefully they can capitalize that on that right now. Hopefully they can get some offense going. They're looking to get the ball inside. Hopefully they can keep pounding it inside and being patient, run their stuff.
Wade Miller. Deep two, left side. Couldn't get it to go. MSU Denver the rebound. 16-14. Jefferson the other way, blocked by Julian Decree and saved in. And Drew Sassah going to come crashing into the scorer's table, and Wade Miller going to get called for a foul in the scrum.
You know, I
was ducking for cover.
I'm no expert, but this table was fully planted and took a charge.
Oh, if this would have been the table last year, we'd be in a world of hurt right now because it's about 2 feet shorter, and Sassah would have ended up in the first row of the bleachers. I shouldn't call them bleachers, the seats here behind us. Sassah free throws. That's the 7th foul against Dixie State. He knocks in the front end.
You know, the thing about these free throws for Sassah is he's 1 for 7 from the three-point line already.
Yes.
First half, 1 for 7. He hit his first one and he kind of got cold, but now you can see he's got a clear look at the basket. He's working on his rhythm at the free throw line. You hope that this doesn't trigger some better shooting from the outside for Sassah.
He's going to make both of them. Those are valid points. 5 points for Drew Sassah. 18-14. 4:55 until the break. Frampton. To Wade Miller looking inside for Conway. He wasn't there, and there's a reason he wasn't. The foul going to go against Jaron Taylor, his second 8th team foul. Matt Conway at the free throw line for 1 and 1. Front end on the way, and it rims out. Ball tapped around. Julian Decree, offensive rebound, and McIntosh going to get called for the foul, his first. Julian Decree will go back to the line for 1 and 1.
You can see Julian, he's got a love-hate relationship with that free throw line tonight. You can see him trying to work out his stroke, knowing that he missed his previous 4. But, you know, he looks confident. He doesn't look nervous, but hopefully he can get back on track.
Dupree going to knock in the front end of the 1-and-1. He's got 3, his first make from the stripe tonight. Second one on the way, he makes both. Julian Dupree pulls Dixie State back within 2, 18-16, 4:45 remaining until halftime. MSU Denver with a 2-point lead and possession. Jefferson into the paint, kicks to the corner, touch pass to Asa, right wing 3, way too much on it. And here comes Dixie State, Frampton to Youngblood. Fakes the left corner 3, back to Frampton, now to Wade Miller for 3, and the lead, no, off the right side, Jefferson the rebound.
You know, neither team shy shooting the 3-point shot. We've seen a lot of shots go up.
Cortez Zotez coming off a screen, will leave for Jefferson, right wing 3, no. Julian Dupree the rebound. This is like my son's basketball game the other night. Everyone wanted to shoot from as far away as possible. Youngblood, 15-foot jumper, no. Ball is loose. Wade Miller, can he get it? No. Dupree has it, leaves for Conway, and it's stripped away. People hitting the deck everywhere. Goodness gracious, MSU Denver the other way. Asa, too strong in the lane. Frampton the rebound. Things getting sloppy. Frampton to Wade Miller. To Conway. Youngblood to Miller, stumbles to Youngblood, 3-pointer straight away, no. Rebound MSU Denver. Should mention that my son's only 8 years old when I mentioned his basketball game, and they all watch guys like Steph Curry and James Harden. All they want to do is just
catch and shoot.
Chuck it. 18-16, MSU Denver, a 2-point lead with possession, 3:08 remaining. Inside to Strotter. Guarded by Conway, kicking it out as Saw, left wing 3 on the way, no. Tap back out by Cortez Zotez. Youngblood will chase it down, 1-on-1 with Jefferson. Weaves, in and out, no. MSU Denver the rebound, here comes Asa. Have you been counting how many consecutive combined misses we've got here on both ends?
I was just trying to remember the last field goal. I can't remember the last field goal.
You got to go way back because Dupree made a pair of free throws. Was the last 2 points. Here's Asa, 9 to shoot for MSU Denver inside Van Heinigen. Tapped away by Dupree, 5 to shoot. Van Heinigen trying to get inside, will float it with the right hand, no. Frampton the rebound. 18-16, Dixie State within 2. Frampton driving inside, accelerating, leaving for Conway, 10-foot floater, no. Dupree can't get the offensive rebound, instead Van Heinigen will get it for MSU Denver. Boy, oh boy. Both teams' shooting percentages plummeting, hovering right around 20% for both teams right now. 18-16, MSU Denver with a 2-point advantage with 1:52 to go. Jefferson driving inside, may have got away with a double dribble. They play on. Cortez Zotez, fadeaway jumper as the shot clock expired, no. Wade Miller the rebound. The Youngblood. Dixie State screaming for timeout, finally going to get it. 1:35 remaining, and that's our under 4 media timeout.
You know,
we went 2.5 minutes past the media timeout.
That's right. And you look at the players walking off the floor on both sides. There were 3 guys from Dixie that grabbed their jersey saying they were tired, and there was 2 guys on MSU Denver. You know, when you see a long stretch like this with missed shots, you look at the pace. You know, both teams have been 1 or 2 passes and a shot. There's a lot of up and back, a lot of running back and forth. So guys' legs are getting tired. They're not using their legs in their shots. But we've seen quite a bit of a drought. But I think that's why Coach Judkins wanted this timeout. He recognized the need for them to kind of catch their breath a little bit, get a rest, use this timeout, come out and start running some of their offense. Make MSU Denver guard them, run an offense that they can manufacture some post touches, some inside-outside play, and hopefully get a bucket here to tie it up with 1:35 to go.
We keep it right here during the media timeout and remind you that timeouts are brought to you by Catering Concepts. They've been catering all season long inside the new Directors Club, and it is good food, so you want to go check them out. When it has to be perfect, go check them out at Catering Concepts. Mike, we wondered when the last field goal was. 5:58 remaining. Jaron Taylor with a jumper to give MSU Denver the 16-14 lead, because after that, it was a pair of free throws from Drew Sasa and then a pair of free throws from Julian Decree to make it 18-16.
Well,
so we've gone over 4 minutes without a field goal either way.
Yeah, I was going to say, it may have only been 4 minutes, but it's probably been 20 possessions.
Yeah, it's been up and down.
Both teams up and back, just really fast. A lot of one-and-done shots, not a lot of offensive rebounds, just quick shots early in the shot clock by both teams. Neither team afraid to shoot.
And you know what? We may still have the media timeout, because that was a coach's called timeout unless they replace it with the media. Here we go. Wilson going to get called for an offensive foul, running over the defender inside, and that will bring us to the true media timeout. 1:26 remaining. Dixie State trailing 18-16. It's been over 4 minutes since anybody has connected on a shot from the field. When will it end? Will it go all the way to the end of the half? We'll find out after this. Let's just take a 30-second timeout. Come right back on the Trailblazer Basketball Network.
For over a century, Dixie State University has been shaping the Trailblazers of tomorrow by providing a culture of active learning, active life. With a paradigm of real-world experience mixed with cutting-edge technologies and rich traditions, we provide one of the most affordable educations in the West, set against the most stunning backdrop on the planet.
Welcome back inside the Burns Arena, getting a close-up look at the Stampede, Dixie State student section. And really, Mike, this is the first opportunity that the Stampede has had to attend a game, because the Antelope Valley women's game was during the break. So this is the first home games the Trailblazers have had after the break, and you see a very good turnout from the Stampede. And I can't believe we haven't mentioned it to this point. We'll have another special presentation during halftime, but something rather big happened for this Dixie State athletics department just a couple of hours before this game. And Trailblazers announced earlier in a presentation that the Dixie State has officially accepted an invitation to join the Western Athletic Conference, move up to Division I beginning in the 2020-2021 season. Man, exciting news for Dixie State. We'll talk about it in depth at halftime. Back in play we go. MSU Denver with possession and an 18-16 lead. Cortez Zotes. Three-point land straight away. Not sure what that was. Taylor. Baseline left side jumper, no. And Pagankoff comes up hobbling a little bit. Seems like he's okay now. Dub Price to Pagankoff. To Wade Miller, right wing three. No. And Dub Price may have taken that one right off the rim. Either way, MSU Denver the rebound. 49 seconds remaining. Jefferson going to call a timeout, use it or lose it. So it'll be a 30-second timeout for MSU Denver. We keep it right here. 46.4 seconds remaining. 18-16 lead for MSU Denver. Timeouts brought to you by Catering Concepts. Want to remind you, InfoWest halftime report is coming up. We'll take just a short timeout, and then we actually may have women's coach J.D. Gustin joining us during the InfoWest halftime report. Talk about their win over MSU Denver. 62-55 win and a big win. MSU Denver very, very good on the women's side. A team that has won the conference a couple of times in the last 5 or 6 years. Their coach played for Pat Summitt at Tennessee, back in the day, and has been coached at the Division I level and just does incredible things. 3 or 4 time Coach of the Year inside the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. That win for Dixie State was huge, and I can't wait to chat with Coach Gustin about it.
That'll be great.
During the InfoWest halftime report.
Can't wait to hear from Coach.
Of course, we'll break down this game as well and look around the RMAC. 43 seconds until the break. MSU Denver with possession. Here's Jefferson. He will leave it for Andrew Mork. He's in the game for the first time. Inside to Taylor, backing in on Price. Leaving for Jefferson with 1 second on the shot clock. Missed everything. Dixie State the rebound. If they didn't get the rebound, should have been a shot clock violation. Dixie State can play for one. Will we go the final 6 minutes without a field goal? Either way, we're going to find out on this possession. Last field goal came at the 5:58 mark. Pagenkopf with 6 seconds. Right elbow jumper, no. Taps it to Miller. Pagenkopf, fadeaway three. Bang! At the buzzer! Jack Pagenkopf. It's going to give Dixie State its first lead at the half at the Horn. 19-18. Trailblazers lead by 1.
Well, we'll take it.
We're going to get another look at it. Pagenkopf, the fadeaway, got it away clean, knocks it in. Referees don't even need to look at that one. And the Trailblazers are going to take a 1-point lead, 19-18. I tell you, the look that he got before that was much cleaner. And this was a fadeaway, almost a line drive shot, but found its way through somehow. Trailblazers lead it 19-18 at the break. Well, my quick hitter thoughts before we go to break.
Did you say 19-18 at halftime?
I did say 19-18.
I mean,
both of these teams averaging just over 70 points per game. We got some ground to make up in the second half, my friend.
When you look at the shooting percentages, very low, but I'm shocked at the 19-18 halftime score. Both teams shooting a lot of shots. When we get into the stats here at halftime, we'll see the field goals. Both teams have taken a lot of shots, but field goal percentage very low. So very interesting first half.
Trailblazers lead it by 1, 19-18. Let's step away. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we've got women's head coach J.D. Gustin, and he will join us right here in the InfoWest halftime report. 2-minute timeout and back on the Trailblazer Basketball Network.
Hey, guess what?
We've been invited to move up to Division I and join the Western Athletic Conference. We are really excited about this opportunity, but we needed to make sure it was the right decision for our athletes, students, institution, and community. So DSU hired Collegiate Consulting to conduct a feasibility study, and we looked into all of the pros and cons ourselves, and
we have some exciting news to share today.
We are accepting the invitation to the WAC.
So what does this mean for DSU?
It means that in July 2020, Dixie State University will be home to a Division I athletic program,
which opens many opportunities for our students, university, and community.
For starters, Division I schools often experience increases in scholarships, enrollment, and completion rates.
Other benefits like more rigorous academic standards, more attention on a national stage,
NCAA and WAC revenues, and increased booster support will be amazing for Dixie State.
Currently, the WAC doesn't include football, so you may be wondering if we'll still have a football team. The answer is absolutely. Football will be an independent Division I team, like several other institutions.
Benefits for the community include increased tourism and revenues,
along with big name programs coming into town for the community to come see us play.
But by far, one of the best parts is playing more Utah schools and creating intense rivalries with other WAC schools,
such as UVU, Cal Baptist, and Grand Canyon University, in addition to having the opportunity to play nearby D1 competitors, such as SUU, Weber State, and Northern Arizona.
Hi, I'm Jason Booth, Dixie State University's Director of Athletics. This is an exciting opportunity for DSU, and a natural step in the development of a growing institution and community as we evolve from university status to university stature. We hope you are as excited as we are, and we invite you to come to our games
inside the
and show your
Arena
support for our Trailblazers as we prepare to become a powerful Division I athletic program in the WAC and across the nation.
Step back, let's rewind just a little bit. Should note, Dixie State Director of Athletics, Dr. Jason Booth, is out on the floor. And he did this during the halftime of the women's game, and he's doing it here again. We had a very monumental announcement just a few hours ago inside the Student Activity Center, the longest standing athletic facility on this campus. So it was very fitting to make that announcement there. Dixie State going to move to Division I, will join the Western Athletic Conference in the 2020-2021 season. For UTV Internet viewers, you see it on your screen on the new digital score table. Dr. Booth making that announcement out there for anyone who may have missed it. Not sure how you could have. But let's rewind back to the women's game inside the InfoWest halftime report. We've got about 5 or 6 minutes to break this thing down with head coach J.D. Gustin. And Coach, excited to have you here in the arena, and would look forward to doing this after each game. And we'll try to either make time in the pregame or in the postgame of this men's game. And Coach, 62-55 win over MSU Denver. I don't want to say your team was maybe desperate for a win right now, but you probably were to get back in the win column. And Mariah Martin goes down in the first quarter, and your girls just kind of shrug it off like it's nothing, and come out and just a heck of a win tonight for your team. So first of all, congratulations. Second of all, I mean, how did you see your team rally once Mariah went down in the first quarter? They were playing well to that point anyway. But how did you see that your team rallied after that happened?
Well, first of all, great crowd in here tonight.
Yeah.
Huh? I mean, it's cool. Oh, man. Yeah, thank you, Carrick. It was a huge win for us. We talked about it starting Monday, just how important this game was. And then, to be quite honest with you, when Mariah went down, I was a little nervous. I'm like, oh boy, are we going to be able to get this done? And our kids gutted this thing out. It might, in my opinion, it might be the biggest win that we've had here since I've been a coach. And I just can't be proud of our kids. We busted our tail all week guarding. We've been really bad defensively in the half because we've been trying to guard full court. Well, it's not really fitting us, and so we guarded their actions, and we put a huge emphasis on the rebound and just being tough with some resolve, and they got it done.
Huge win for the Dixie State women's basketball team. I like what you mentioned about, I mean, Mariah goes down, and your guard line just kind of came up and stepped up, and, you know, Allie Franks did what we're used to her doing now, 19 points. But, I mean, Maddie Loftus, man, she's come on in the last couple of games to come in and just hit big shots and play big minutes. Morgan Myers, just active as can be out there tonight. But I felt like, you know, Lisa Van Kampen had a great game, another double-double tonight, 10 points, 12 rebounds. So you had that guard line play as well, but then Lisa doing well. And even Miley Richardson came in and gave you a few, you know, good minutes in spurts tonight.
Yeah, and I actually didn't think that, I mean, you know, Allie was solid offensively. I liked Lisa's engagement. She was focused and ready to go. She hasn't been that way for 5 or 6 games. So super proud of her. We weren't very good offensively. I mean, we moved it. We shared a little bit better. We just didn't make it. To go 6 for 17 from the free throw line and still win a basketball game is almost embarrassing, to be honest with you. But I'll take it. You know what I mean? We'll take it and run for it. But we didn't talk about it. We didn't focus on this week. We wanted to guard, and we still found a way to win while shooting that poorly. But yeah, I mean, kids, we had a kid go down, so we had kids stepped up, and they did.
What was your message going into halftime this week? You know, tonight you've had, you know, the last couple of games where you've had a lead at halftime, and that's kind of slipped away. It's that third quarter, that first 5 minutes of the third quarter. What was your message tonight to go in and say, hey, let's not let that happen tonight?
Well, I'll tell you what, if you go in our locker room right now and on our board, there's a big, you know, it says third quarter question marks right now. We talked about it all week and challenged them to fix it, and we changed a couple things the way, you know, what we do coming out, and because it's cost us. It cost us at Pueblo. It's cost us like I don't know, like 3 or 4 maybe games, like 7 or 8 games we've been bad in the third quarter. You know, so hopefully we've changed that. Man, I love when Wendy does this, sends the kids out here like this to throw. This is so fun.
It's fun.
Man, what an awesome environment.
We had a great crowd during the women's game tonight as well. I mean, they announced it at 1,700 in attendance, and I'll have to go back and look at what that number was against Cal Baptist last year, but that may be a single game record as far as women's attendance goes. So it's just fun tonight, fun with the announcement. I mean, we haven't had a chance to talk to many coaches about that. You're the first. I mean, I know you guys are excited about that inside your program and what that means for recruiting this state. And, you know, we've been waiting to be able to talk publicly about this for a long time. And how excited is your team as a coaching staff and a player? You got a season to finish here and one more in the RMAC as well, but big things coming for this athletic program.
Well, first of all, in my opinion, everyone around here has known that I've wanted to do it since day one. However, I believe it's better for the institution and the community than possibly for our program and our department. To be honest with you, it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be hard for us, but it's just exciting to, you know, I think for the people that live here, you know, for the institution. I think it's going to be huge for enrollment and just getting our name out there more. And we have an unbelievable president, as you guys know.
Yeah.
I think Dr. Booth has done an unbelievable job. I mean, just all the people that have been a part of this. We're just really fortunate. It's just a special time to be at Dixie State, and I'm really grateful just to, kind of tag along for the ride, I guess.
It's been fun and just a fantastic game out there tonight, Coach. We congratulate you on it and wish we had more time to chat, but we appreciate you stopping by for a few minutes, and we'll definitely be chatting. Mike, I think you've got something for him here before we let him go.
If you think we're going to let you go without telling you rocked that three-piece suit tonight.
Mike, that's right. Come on, man. That's
you
right.
won with style tonight,
It's a big day. It's a big day. I was just telling somebody it comes out once a year, and hey, man,
you might have to come out more now.
That's true. That's a good point.
I knew they were in trouble when you came out like that, so congrats to you. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Dixie State women's basketball head coach J.D. Gustin. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it. Congratulations. Dixie State women's team getting the win, 62-55. Now let's swing it back to the men's game with a 19-18 lead. Carrick Segman and Mike Olson with you inside the Burns Arena. Fun to have him on, and it's been fun to see his team grow because I know that he's had some sleepless nights and some things. He's just trying to figure it out with building this team. And this year is probably one of the first teams that he would actually say that this is my team here that he's built, and you can see the difference. They're very fun to watch, and that win right there will be a big momentum swinger for this Trailblazers women's basketball team. But we got 20 more minutes of basketball to play. Let's digest what we just witnessed in that first half. I mean, it was a quick start for MSU Denver. They jumped out to a 9-0 lead, and then it was a 14-5 run for Dixie State over the next 5 or 6 minutes, and there was still like 10 minutes left in the half at that point when we were tied at 14. And then, things just went cold on both sides, up and down. Got sloppy, teams shooting threes, just tossing it up. And they go nearly 6 minutes without a field goal on either side until Jack Pagankoff buried that Intermountain Healthcare three-pointer to give Dixie State its only lead of the half at 19-18. But break it down for us. Mike Olson, the coach here. I mean, what did we just see out there in that first half?
Well, we saw two key adjustments by both teams. Coming out right away, it was a very fast-paced game, and you could see that the game plan for MSU Denver was get the ball out and run and shoot it early in the shot clock. And for Dixie, they started to match that style of play a little bit, and really weren't having a lot of success. And Coach Judkins had a timeout earlier. I believe it was the first media timeout. And they came out of that timeout. They had a Julian Decree substitution, and they started pounding the ball inside. And that really changed the game. And, you talk about Julian missing 4 free throws in a row. At the time we thought, that's going to hurt. But the fact that he was catching the ball in the post, attacking the basket, and getting fouled, it made MSU Denver adjust. And their adjustment was to double-team the post. So they started double-teaming and bringing a guy to double team every time they got a post touch, and that left somebody open. And Dixie moving the ball inside and out and getting an extra ball reversal really started to create some offense. So very good adjustments by both coaches. And, you look at this right now, 2 minutes to go. Usually Dixie's out here. They're still in the locker room, and that this has to do with an expo marker and a whiteboard. And Coach Judkins just breaking some of these things down and breaking it down into small things. They talk about winning those 4-minute battles and how to do that. They've done a great job to battle back and get that 1-point lead, but they've done it with patience. They've done it with running their offense and then forcing MSU Denver into a bad shot and then rebounding. When you look at the stats, a lot of three-pointers, and no question MSU Denver is not afraid to shoot 3 out of 16 from the three-point line, shooting 21% for the game from field goals. Dixie not doing much better, 22%. So a lot of shots, not a lot of makes. You'll look to see that change just a little bit in the second half.
Dixie State trailing 19-18. This is the InfoWest halftime report. We're breaking it all down. The coach, Mike Olson, pretty much just broke it all down for you. But, you look at those. It wasn't for lack of trying. Both teams 6 of 28. 6 of 28 for MSU Denver, 6 of 27 from the field for Dixie State. And then they go a combined 4 of 27 from the three-point line. And the lid's going to come off at some point. This game's going to open up. And we mentioned it before the break. MSU Denver averaging 73.7 points per game. Dixie State averaging 71 points per game. They're both allowing over 70 points a game. This game as well. This game will open up. The lid will come off, and I wouldn't be surprised if they made it all up in the second half. And that's the way this game's been going. We could have an 85-82 finish, and I wouldn't be surprised.
That's right. It really, for MSU Denver, it starts with Drew Asa, who he can get going very quick. And we saw there was one possession. I think it was about 12 minutes to go in the first half. He shot a shot on the left wing. He missed. It was a three-pointer. He missed it. They got the offensive rebound. He shot it again, and he missed it. They got the offensive rebound. They reversed it, and he shot it again from the outside. So, Coach Judkins knows, his players, his coaching staff knows that they're not going to hesitate to let them go. You just cannot let them catch it in their rhythm. You want to force them to dribble it a little bit. Drew Ace is a catch-and-shoot guy, and he's very good at catch-and-shoot. So run out at him. Make him put it on the dribble a little bit. Make him change his game a little bit, and hopefully he doesn't get going.
Dixie State trailing 19-18. Or no, they're leading.
They're
My
up.
apologies.
Yeah,
they're up. Come on, Carrick. 19-18 lead for Dixie State. A fresh 20 minutes on the second half clock. InfoWest halftime in the books. Mike, why don't you toss out a couple more? And you've mentioned some things. You've gone through them here at halftime, but for Dixie State to get going here in the second half, how about a few more Mountain America keys to the game to keep this going into the second half and come away with a much, much needed victory?
Number one is attack. They cannot be afraid and passive and just shoot threes. They have to attack. That's number one. Attack the basket. Points in the paint are going to be crucial. Number two, stop the fast breaks. They've got to transition defense, get back, set up defensively. And then three, they have to communicate. Communication is going to be key in the second half. They've got to be all on the same page. They've got to find the shooters. They've got to be able to understand, MSU offense, where they're trying to get the ball, communicate and help each other out.
19-18, back in play we go. Teams flip sides. Both teams with their original starting five on the floor. MSU Denver, the first possession. It's Asa. Now to Carter. Eric Carter, he's a game changer as he loses. Gives to McIntosh. Into the corner. Cortez Zotez for three. Left corner, no. Dub Price the rebound. Garrett Carter spent much of the first half on the bench in foul trouble with 3 fouls. We'll see how much that'll change how he plays defensively here early in the second half. Conway, Dixie State's first possession of the second half, and it's a turnover. Asa with a steal, one-on-one with Dub Price. Off the window, no. Ball is loose. McIntosh with it. Up and over the top of Conway, no. Ball tapped around. Conway's got it. Matt Conway saying, I want to lead the break here. He'll leave it back for Dub Price. And you know that you can't tell me there's not part of Matt Conway that didn't want to stop and pop right there in the left wing.
So true.
Andre Wilson, top of the key to Dub Price. Back to Wilson. Now to Dub. Back to Conway. Patient. Step back jumper at the free throw line. Too much on it. And MSU Denver the rebound. 18:40 remaining here in the second half. Asa holding on the right wing. Over to Cortez Zotez. To McIntosh. Carter. Asa, right corner three, and he'll hit. He's got 8 points.
Catch and shoot, and you hear Van Gundy say it all the time, or Mark Jackson, somebody, hand down, man down. He closed out. You know that he's a shooter. The hands have to be up in his face. You can't let him catch and shoot.
21-19, Dixie State. Trailing by 2. Dub Price to answer. Free throw line jumper, and he swishes it home. We are tied at 21.
Dixie's got a really good three-man game going right now, where they're just 3 guys are working together in the key, screening and rolling. They look real good.
Ball is loose. Oh, no. They're going to call that foul against Dub Price. 17:53 to go. Game tied at 21. It looked like Dub Price had knocked it away, and from my vantage point, it looked like Cortez Zotez held Price in pursuit of the loose ball. There is a little contact there.
Yeah, it looks like the official probably should have called the first one.
Yeah,
he let that one go, and then the second one he had to make up for it.
Tough to see in live action. We get to break it down on the replay. MSU Denver maintaining possession. Andre Wilson. No, it's going to be Frampton away from the ball. Inside will be called for the foul as well. his first second team foul against Dixie State in the second.
You talk about coaches making adjustments. Looks like the officials have made some adjustments too, calling it much tighter the second half.
Asa, right corner three, same spot, and he hits it again. 24-21, MSU Denver lead. Asa has given the Roadrunners a 3-point lead. Quincy Matthews inside, and he's rejected by McIntosh. Asa the other way, left wing three in transition, no. Heat check three for Asa, and it rims out. And why not? You've hit back-to-back threes. Conway to answer, three-point land straight away, bingo!
Foul.
And they're going to call a foul against Julian Decree. They're going to count the basket still, and they are going to call the foul against Julian Decree. We are tied at 24.
You know, when
Decree picking up the foul, his second.
Going back to the keys of the second half. A rebounding foul.
The ball was already in the air.
Communication. Somebody's got to be locating Drew Asa.
Yes.
And not letting him go. I mean, he's hot. He's not afraid to shoot it. They've got to find him.
Game tied at 24, 17 minutes remaining in the second. Cortez Zotaz, Asa loses in the corner. Frampton dives on it. Dixie State the steal. Asa was trying to go up and fire a three quickly, and he lost it. Frampton will set things up for the Trailblazers. 20 on the game clock, 16:40 on the game. 15 now on the shot clock. 24-24, Frampton inside, leaving for Dupree, no, and he's fouled. 2 free throws coming. Like the play call. Frampton gets inside, and he looked like he was floating, even though it was a pass. It was almost an alley-oop lob for Julian Dupree, just couldn't quite lay it in.
Yeah, talk about trusting your teammates, right? I mean, he drove and he knew where Julian was going to roll, and he knew he was going to be there, and he just threw the ball to a spot where he wanted Julian to go and get it. So heads-up play right there, and you know, Julian doing a good job setting a solid screen, rolling to the basket, and finding himself at the free throw line again.
And Dupree will make the free throw. It rolls around and falls through. He's got 5. Dixie State back up on top by 1, 25-24. More importantly, that foul goes against Garrett Carter, and now he's got 4. Dupree going to make both. He's got 6. Game-high 2-point lead for Dixie State, 26-24. MSU Denver coach Michael Ball going to roll the dice and leave Carter in the game. Carter driving inside. Tries to force a pass, tipped away by Dupree, and here comes Wilson. Dixie State with it. And a travel.
No,
Andre Wilson travels with it.
He got caught up, you know.
Yeah.
Anytime you're in a fast break, you've got that moment where, do I keep going and is the break there, or do I need to back it out and set something up? He had Julian Decree there, and just that's a tough spot to be in.
26-24, Dixie State a 2-point lead. Cortez Zotez passing into the left corner. Now to Carter, left wing 3, too strong. Conway the rebound. Here come Wilson, coast to coast, leans in and lays it in. Andre Wilson in traffic, coast to coast, he's got 6. Dixie State a 4-point lead. Cortez Zotez, oh, they're gonna call the block. That'll take us to the media timeout. Dupree gonna pick up his 3rd foul. We'll let the Boo Birds tell the story. 15:37 remaining. We're gonna see it again. His feet are outside of the restricted area. 28-24, Dixie State a 4-point lead. We'll take a 60-second timeout. Come right back on the Trailblazer Basketball Network.
For over a century, Dixie State University has been shaping the Trailblazers of tomorrow by providing a culture of active learning, active life. With a paradigm of real-world experience mixed with cutting-edge technologies and rich traditions, we provide one of the most affordable educations in the West, set against the most stunning backdrop on the planet.
Hey, I ordered a large veggie with garlic herb crust. Veggie. I thought you were more of a meat eater's man.
Oh, I am, but now I can do both. Look, flavor patch.
How does that work? What happens when that's gone?
I've got Howie bread strapped to my legs.
Flavor fanatics love us because we make our dough fresh daily and have meal deals for any budget.
Hungry?
Howie's! Flavor fanatics welcome.
15:37 remaining, 28-24, Dixie State lead. Welcome back inside the Burns Arena. It will be Marcus Jefferson at the line for a pair of free throws, where he's a 79% free throw shooter. Referees chit-chatting about something, but a bang-bang call. Tough call for the officials, and it ends up being a blocking foul against Julian Decree, excuse me. And I'm not sure what the referees could be discussing here.
I just hope they keep talking because they're icing the free throw shooter. That's great. Just keep talking.
Are they trying to make sure they have the right free throw shooter, maybe?
They get to pick who to shoot. There's an injury to MSU Denver, so now Dixie gets to choose who.
So it was Cortez Zotez driving inside. He must have been shaken up on the play. And with the injury.
So they're probably going to go here with number 4.
Yep. Get together. And Elijah Strotter, a 56% free throw shooter. Saw that same thing happen in the women's game, actually, but against Dixie State. Mariah Martin went out, and MSU Denver was able to select who they wanted to shoot. Strotter going to miss the first.
You know what's funny about that is Marcus Jefferson was the one that walked to the free throw line casually like, hey, I'll shoot it, but you know, he's not much better.
Yeah.
78.
And he gets the second. Strotter with 3. And they're going to bring Jaron Taylor in for Strotter. 28-25, Dixie State a 3-point lead, 15:37 to go. Here's Wilson. Trailblazers trying to build on this lead. Frampton will whip it to Dub Price. Price looking inside for Conway and a kick. Dub Price trying to bounce it inside, and Jaron Taylor kicks it. Shot clock back out to 20, 15:23 on the game clock. Trailblazers a 28-25 advantage. It's Frampton, Price, Wilson, Matthews, Conway for Dixie State. Matthews will catch left corner. Puts the ball on the floor. Leads for Wilson. Wilson drives inside, pulls up 10-footer, good with a foul. Kendall McIntosh closed out on him and bumped into him. He'll pick up the foul, his second. Wilson going to get the bucket and the foul to try to give Dixie State a 6-point lead.
Well, good use of his body right there for Andre. Felt the contact. As soon as he felt the contact, went right into his shot. So very heads-up play. Smart play there by Andre Wilson.
Wilson at the line for the free throw. He splashes it home. He's got 9. 31-25, 15-10 remaining. Great crowd on hand here inside the Burns Arena. And Andre Wilson going to get called for a foul. They try to double team Jefferson. I don't know if Quincy was a little late getting over there or was, but Wilson will pick up the foul, his 3rd. And that will bring Jack Pagankoff back in.
You know, you mentioned the crowd. This is where Dixie needs them the most, right here on defense.
They gotta get loud.
You know, I'd love to see this crowd up on their feet with the defensive chant, something to get them going, help them build this on the 6-point lead. But right now, crowd enjoying a great game, but they're not as loud as you would hope they would be with home court.
31-25. Here's Taylor. 12 to shoot for the Roadrunners. Now to Jefferson. Jefferson, 3-point land straight away to Carter. Carter driving inside. He'll lay it up, and no, he missed it. With a foul, and free throws coming for Garrett Carter. Frampton will pick up the foul. It will be his 2nd. That will send Garrett Carter, 67% free throw shooter, to the line. And he's somebody, scored 6 quick ones in the first 5 minutes of the game, hasn't scored since. He's got 4 fouls. He spent a lot of time on the bench. He's trying to get something going. He misses the first. Stampede curtain of distraction doing its job.
I'm certainly distracted.
You never know what's going to pop out of that curtain.
That is
They need to close it a little bit more, though. You can see through it. There's some sweat on the floor. Oh, shout out to Dave Harris.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave Harris is one of the top dogs in the communication department and really helps out, helps lead CEC as well. He's on a camera.
He's got a
underneath
camera.
the north basket, and he's out there with a mop.
Camera on one shoulder, a mop in the other.
Goodness gracious. Shout out to Dave Harris. I knew he was a man of many talents, but add one more to the resume. Carter gonna miss both. Curtin a distraction doing its job. Dixie State with possession, looking to add to a 6-point lead. .14:33 to go in the second. 31-25, Dixie State lead. Pagan-Kopp will hand to Miller. Miller still looking for his first bucket. Got a Price to the free throw line. Pagan-Kopp. Pagan-Kopp, crossover, step back, buries it. Deep two straight away. He's got 5.
And that patience again pays off. Dixie reset their offense. They knew what type of shot they wanted to get. They were patient, got the ball in the right place.
Dixie State an 8-point lead, 33-25. Trying to protect home court inside the Burns Arena. Asai, left wing 3, way too much on it. And that ricocheted off of Dub Price to Matt Conway. Frampton drives inside, now brings it back out to Wade Miller. Over to Pagan-Kopp, left corner. Pagan-Kopp knocks it in from 3-point range, left wing, crossed over, step back, he knocks it in. Did they signal 2?
They did. He signaled 2. The official on the far side has it as a 2-pointer.
Has it as a 2-pointer. I'd love for them to take a look at it if they could. Let's keep it right here. I don't know if they will look at it or not. Let's run it back. If you have it right here, back in the truck, we're going to keep it here. Oh, that's a 3. That's a 3. That's a 3-point shot.
That's 975-316. Second winner, 975-339. 975-339. Our third winner, 975-343. 975-343. And our last winner,
I don't know if they can look at it or not, but that was a 3-point shot. We're going to keep it right here, 35-25. They're going to play it on the board. He steps back. That's a 3-point shot all the way.
3. Yep. No question about that. It's 3. Well, 2 or 3. That was a big shot. And what Dixie's doing better right now is they're making them run, or they're making them guard them. They're being very patient, using the shot clock, but very good ball movement inside and outside.
All right, back in the truck, they're going to be signaling you to look at that 3-point shot. As it stands right now, it's 35-25. And they're coming at it. It is going to be a 3-point shot for Jack Pagan-Kopp. I'll take the assist on that one. And Mike got the fist bump from the coach. He'll pass it on to me. Dixie State a 36-25 lead. It will be a 3-point shot for Jack Pagan-Kopp. He's got 10, and the Trailblazers are up 11 with 13:35 to play in the second.
Well, momentum is everything right now, right? Dixie's got it, and MSU, Denver wants it. And for Dixie to maintain that momentum, it's going to be a couple of things. Number 1, just take care of the ball. No turnovers. 2, they've got to feed off the energy of the crowd. And 3, you cannot let their shooters, MSU Denver shooters, get a good look. There's got to be a hand in their face.
Back in play we go. Dixie State an 11-point lead. Cannot let up now. Here's Jefferson. Inkler. They'll swing it to Jefferson. Right wing with 9 to shoot. Saw inside Taylor. Taylor misses the layup. Ball is loose, and I think Wade Miller going to get called for a loose ball foul inside. At least I hope it's not Decree. That's going to be Frampton. I'm way off. Third foul against Frampton. And it will be the 7th, 1-1 already. .13:08 remaining, 17 foul against Dixie State already, Mike, and we're not even 7 minutes in to this second half. And it will be Jaron Taylor at the free throw line. Dixie State, 6 of 8 from the field in the second half. Much better.
Well, they're trusting their offense a little bit better.
Yeah.
You know, and they're getting. We talked about it at halftime. They were getting good shots the first half. They just weren't knocking them down. Now they're just passing up a good shot for a better shot. They're trusting their offense just a little bit more.
Taylor, front end of a 1-and-1, and he missed it. Julian Decree, the rebound. I didn't see what popped out of the curtain that time, but it must have worked. 36-25, Dixie State the lead with 13 to go. Pagankoff to Wade Miller, inside Decree. Decree to Frampton. Frampton to Pagankoff. Pagankoff with 10 points, inside Decree, double team. Passes back out, Frampton passes up a 3, drives inside, leaves for Dub Price, and he'll lay it up and in. Passes up a look at a 3 for a better shot inside. Dub Price, the bucket. Zach Frampton, the assist.
Great teamwork there by Dixie State.
12:28 remaining. 38-25, Dixie State a 13-point lead. Cortez Zotes. Stolen away by Dub Price. And Dub will drive ahead, and he's fouled from behind. 2 free throws coming for Dub Price. Dixie State building the momentum. You keep talking about momentum, Mike. And Dixie State building it, looking to add to it here. Dub Price to the line.
No, they're playing very well together. You know, when you look back at the first half, there were a lot of quick shots. They weren't bad shots, they were just quick shots. And the adjustment Dixie's made the second half is getting everybody involved. Post touches, reversing the ball side to side. They're using a lot of motion. They've kind of gone away from their offense and just running a 4-out 1-in motion and making MSU Denver work on defense. Great adjustment.
Dub Price missed the first free throw. He'll have one more. Free throws brought to you by Fabulous Freddy's. And he missed both, and MSU Denver the rebound. 12:08 remaining. We approach the media timeout. Carter inside, and it's going to be a blocking foul against Dub Price. Actually, they haven't actually made the call yet. Blocking foul.
Well, it looks like one had charge and
Yes.
one had block, so the first of the one in position, but I didn't think
that's
he took
the right.
it right
I think
on,
it's the
yeah.
right call. And they got the foul on the wrong person. Two free throws coming for Garrett Carter.
Yeah, that's
first one is up and good. He's got 7. They charged the foul.
Zach Frampton.
They charged the foul to Zach Frampton, which would be his 4th. And it was Dub Price who was trying to take the charge. I mean, Frampton was nowhere near the play. And they're going to come look at it. I think they want to make sure, or they're going to get together and talk. I don't know if they're going to come look at it at this point yet, but back in the truck, get ready to wind that back to
well,
that last play.
The decision Coach Judkins had to make right there is if he wanted to use
he's
a
wrong,
timeout.
yeah,
you know,
he's wrong. But
it's either Dub Price 3rd or Frampton's 4th, and so this gives him a chance to get it right. If it's on Zach Frampton, it's on the floor. If it's on Dub Price, it's probably a shooting foul.
Absolutely.
Tried to say that
Foul
loud enough.
12:05 remaining. It's a good point because, Zach did reach in. But if the foul is called on the elbow, it is on the floor, although it would be shooting a 1-and-1 at this point still. Carter made the first free throw. He has one more. He has to think about the second one for a long, long time.
That's right.
38-26, Dixie State leading it by 12. And it will be Dub Price with the foul. It is his third.
With 12 minutes to go, you look at the fouls. Dixie's got 3 guys on the floor right now with 3 fouls.
4. You can't decree.
That's right, decree, yeah.
Second free throw, no good. But an offensive rebound, Inkland. Man, how does he get the rebound out of that whole crew? Asa, shot blocked by Dupree, and a foul going to be called against Dupree. That'll take us to the under 12 media timeout.
That is a big time block.
He got up.
He did get up, and where he came from, that's a big time block to pick up his 4th foul.
Yeah, that's a foul.
It's a foul.
That's a foul, no question. 11:59 to go. If anything, he's showing him you're not going to get an easy layup.
That's right.
Not in the paint here. 38-26, Dixie State, a 12-point lead. We'll take a 60-second timeout. Come right back on the Trailblazer Basketball Network.
From surgical suites to patient rooms to conference rooms. In scrubs, suits, or sneakers. With stethoscopes, computer code, or mops. We are all caregivers. Intermountain Healthcare. Healing for life.
Camping World is here to help you connect to adventure and explore the outdoors with friends and family. Offering new and pre-owned RVs to fit every budget and thousands of parts and accessories for any need. Camping World has it all. With over 130 supercenters nationwide, you're never far from America's #1 RV dealer. No matter where your adventures take you. Whether you need an RV, parts, or service, Camping World is here to help you every step of the way. Visit Camping World in St. George or shop campingworld.com today.
Washington Fields. All the races are on February 2nd. See our booth in the lobby and see the fantastic t-shirts and finisher medals and get signed up tonight.
Go back inside the Burns Arena. Dixie State a 38-26 lead. Drew Assad trying to make it a 38-28 lead. He goes to the line, an 80% free throw shooter. He's got 11 points tonight to try to add to it here. First one is good. He's got 12. Get another look at it here. This will be a good look at it here. Gets the ball up top, but crashes into him down low. And if anything, Julian got his money's worth on the 4th foul. Asau will make both free throws. He's got 13. Been kind of the bright spot for them tonight and at the free throw line. 10-point Dixie State lead. Still a ton of basketball to be played. The pace has slowed down tremendously here in the second half. Dixie State just getting across the timeline in time. Here's Jason Youngblood will set things up to Wade Miller. Dub Price giving it back out, Youngblood. Youngblood to Wade Miller for 3, left wing. No, it left it short. And a rebound to Asa. Gives to Carter. Into the left corner. Inkland to Asa. Guarded by Wade Miller. Screen coming. Into the left corner. Inkland tries a 3. Too strong. And McIntosh falls to the ground. He could have had it with his long arms, but he fell to the ground. Dixie State will get it back with 11:10 remaining. Quincy Matthews going to check back in for Wade Miller.
You're seeing the effects of such a fast-paced first half. There's a lot of guys that are tired. And you talked about the pace slowing down a little bit. It definitely has slowed down. Both teams are trying to press a little bit and try to speed things up.
Quincy Matthews holding right wing. Crowd's starting to make some noise now. Quincy to Dub. The Dason Youngblood with 12 to shoot. Matt Conway is fouled inside. He'll get 2 free throws. And a foul will go against Jacob Inkland. It'll be his second.
Well, that's a great possession for Dixie. That's exactly what Coach Judkins wanted to do. MSU Denver's pressing, so you want to break the press, but then you don't want to force up a quick shot. So very good job of breaking the press, backing it out, running in their offense, getting the shot clock down to 7, and then getting the ball in a position where you're going to get a bucket or a foul.
First free throw on the way and in for Conway. Boy, Brooks Bison was making me nervous. He still had the "how loud can you get" sign out as Conway was starting to get set for that free throw. Not sure how you understand how this thing works. Now he's got it put away. Everything's quiet in the arena. Conway makes both free throws, and he's up to 8 on the night. Dixie State lead is 12 again, 40-28. Here's Carter, top of the key, McIntosh to Inkland. Inkland, McIntosh will mismatch on Dub Price. We'll kick it to Carter. Carter's got 4 fouls, leaves for McIntosh, and he ran him over. Garrett Carter with 4 fouls, ran over Dub Price in the lane, and he is done. That is 5 fouls against Garrett Carter.
What a way to take it, too. You know, I mean, that's a great charge. You know, smart player. Dub Price taking a charge.
Dixie State with possession. There may be, as Quincy Matthews holds, we'll catch up to speed on what's going on here in just a moment. Here's Pagankoff. Pagankoff inside. Will leave for Wilson. 3-pointer left wing. He knocks it in. Wilson. Almost said Andre Miller. Yeah. 12 points for Wilson. And it's 43-28. Dixie State, a 15-point lead. Garrett Carter has been allowed to stay in the game. The official scorebook only had him at 4 points. So he stays in. McIntosh is fouled. 2 free throws coming for Kendall McIntosh. And Dub will pick it up, his 4th. So the stat crew stats, you can see the live stats on the computer, had Carter for 5 fouls, but it comes down to the official scorebook. And so somewhere a foul has been Here's McIntosh to the line. Free throw is good. He'll have one more. And get a load of this. Kendall McIntosh averaging 12 points per game, Mike. That's his first point of the night.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot going on right now.
Yeah,
you know, and you think about it, just a few minutes ago, Andre Wilson hit a huge 3 to get some separation. But you talked about there's a lot going on. But right now with 9:31, MSU Denver's probably got one big run left in them. Dixie needs to weather that run and just keep their poise. They've dictated the tempo of this game the second half.
Pagankoff to Conway the other way. No, foul the second time around, and he'll get free throws. McIntosh missed the second one. Conway back to the stripe. Like you said, there's a lot going on in here besides just the game. I mean, there's coaches going back and forth, to the book saying, hey, we have 5, and the computer stats guys next to us trying to coordinate with the book, because that means they've got a foul somewhere that needs to be assigned to somebody else. And Conway puts it up and in. First free throw. And he's got 8. 15-point Dixie State lead. Conway back to the line for free throws. He makes both. 9 points for Matt Conway. 45-29, 16-point Dixie State lead. We are under 10 to go, 9-10 remaining. Here's Jefferson. Jefferson holding. Top of the key is Saw, 9 to shoot. Inside McIntosh, one-on-one with Matthews. To the right block, and he carried the ball, he turned it over. 8:52 remaining. Dixie State forces the turnover. They've got it back with a 16-point lead, 45-29.
You know, give Dixie State's defense a lot of credit this second half. You know, they've done a very good job of adjusting to the shooters. You know, it's been a while since they've put up a three-point shot, so they've done a better job of locating the shooters and forcing them to dribble. They're getting the help. Great effort defensively by Dixie State to really widen this lead. It's been their defense, their ability to rebound, get into their offense, and then manufacture some shots.
8:39 remaining. Here's Conway looking inside for Matthews. And Quincy is fouled. And that will be Elijah Strotter, his first. 17th foul against MSU Denver. Trailblazers in the bonus. Remind you, we're right back at it tomorrow night. Chadron State in the building. They're up at Westminster tonight. We'll try to get you a score update on that game. Quincy knocks in the front end of the 1-and-1. He's got 3.
Great game plan by Dixie here. You know, the last 4 minutes, you've seen a lot of cutting. You know, they're passing, they're cutting, they're moving, they're screening. Offense is looking really good, and they're getting good looks or a foul. They'll go to the free throw line and making shots.
Second free throw rims out. And here comes MSU Denver. McIntosh out to Jefferson. 46-29. Dixie State a 17-point lead. Approaching the under 8 media timeout. 8:15 remaining. Jefferson. Trailblazer logo right side. Gets inside. Left hand floater, no. Pagenkopf goes up high and snares the rebound. Pass ahead to Conway. Catch, and he's fouled. Half-court pass into Conway on the fast break. He's like a wide receiver. Caught it over his shoulder, went up and got fouled. They got 2 free throws.
Oh, it's funny. Pagenkopf got that rebound. He took 2 hard dribbles up the floor, and Coach Judkins put his hand out and said, slow it down. And he threw that ball over all 9 players on the court. You can see the look on Coach Judkins' face like that was not a good idea. But
it
great
just dropped
pass.
right in.
It was a perfect pass.
It was as Conway knocks in the free throw, he's got 10, and that will be the 3rd Trailblazer in double figures. Wilson has 12, Pagenkopf with 10, and Matt Conway with 10. Conway will have 1 more free throw. Update up in Westminster, up in Salt Lake City. Griffins lead Chadron State 61-57. Conway makes both free throws. He's got 11. 2 minutes remaining in that game. That's when you look at the score and say, hey, it's okay if those 2 teams go to overtime. Jefferson to Asa for 3, left corner, no. Taylor the rebound, and he's fouled by Andre Wilson. And that'll be Wilson's 4th, at least by my count. Indeed, it is his 4th. 7:49 remaining. Dixie State leading by 19, 48-29. Trailblazers taking control here in the second half. 60-second timeout and back on the Trailblazer Basketball Network.
There is a place where the sun doesn't hide in the winter, where the greens stay green and the crimson canyons still glow. There is a place where dimples determine destiny, and a tiny wooden tee holds the outcome in the balance. There is a place where we drive for show, putt for dough, and settle the score with another round. There is a place.
I'm Jimmy. This is my definition of fresh since 1983.
Welcome back inside the Burns Arena. 7:49 remaining. Dixie State a 19-point lead. And MSU Denver to the line for a pair of free throws. Now in the double bonus is Dixie State.
Carrick, looking at, I couldn't remember the last time MSU Denver had a field goal, but looks like the last shot they made other than a free throw was at 17:38.
My, oh my. Taylor, first free throw, rims out.
It's been free throws. Dixie's defense, I'm telling you, has been very good this second half. Great adjustments defensively. Great job finding the shooters, forcing them into situations that they're not comfortable with.
Second free throw is up and good for Jaron Taylor. He's got 3. And it's an 18-point Dixie State lead with 7:45 remaining. Youngblood will get it across that. No, it's over and back. Quincy was standing on the Trailblazers side of the timeline and then jumped back to receive the pass. And Dixie State will turn it over. You mentioned it, Mike. MSU Denver, certain to have one more run in them.
Yeah.
And Dixie State weather that storm. Here's Jefferson to Asa, left wing 3, too strong. Conway going up high, getting the rebound. And that is rebound number 10 for Matt Conway. And he's got a double-double with 11 points and 10 rebounds. MSU Denver 19% from the field, 8 of 41. Youngblood with 7:10 remaining to Conway, left wing 3, bang! He keeps telling the coaches, I want to shoot it more from out there, and they're kind of reluctant to let him give him too much of a green light, but he is an excellent three-point shooter. He's got a 14.
It's a great way to get their attention.
Yeah, indeed. Conway 2 for 2 from downtown today. Taylor to answer inside, no. Ball is loose, Conway's got it. 21-point lead for Dixie State, 51-30. 6:40 remaining as Youngblood is fouled on the way up the floor. And it will be Cortez Zotez, his third. That'll bring Demetrius Jackson back to that Westminster game. Griffins leading 64-59 over Chadron State. 1:12 remaining. Schools in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference as Youngblood misses the front end of the 1-and-1. MSU Denver the rebound. These teams are going to learn real quick just how long it takes to get from Salt Lake City to St. George. Thank goodness it's all just freeway. Jackson into the corner. Asa, they leave him open, almost daring him to shoot it. Too much on it. Van Heinigen the rebound, misses, gets his own rebound and scores the second time. And a timeout taken by MSU Denver. I think Van Heinigen might have done a little dance after he got the first rebound. The floor turned into an ice skating rink out there. See, we're going to see it right here. Whoop, little jump. He was all right. 51-32. Dixie State a 19-point lead. We keep it right here with 6:12 remaining.
You know, you look at the stats, these live stats. They hit it. Drew also hit a three-pointer with 17:38 to go. Their next field goal just came at 6 minutes and 11 seconds. So, you know, Dixie State holding 11 minutes, holding MSU Denver without a field goal. They've hit some free throws in between, but great job. I'm going to keep talking about the defensive effort here because they're doing a very good job. Great adjustments. And offensively, you'll see Dixie scoring inside and out. Attacking inside, they're going in, they're waiting for some action to happen around them. And then on the outside, you've got great shots, great decisions. You saw Conway hit a three. If they can handle the pressure and continue to have patience, they're gonna finish very strong.
6:09 remaining. They're gonna stop play. They did notice. They heard multiple people on the table yelling, "Hey, start the clock." I think they're gonna look at it and try to determine.
Well, what's funny is
how much should be. I don't know if they're gonna look at the monitor or not, but they're gonna get together and discuss. I mean, the shot clock shows 25 seconds, so there was, what, 6:10?
6:11.
There was 6:11 up there, so, well, I guess the shot clock doesn't start until the...
Well, what's funny is...
There's your sign.
I looked down the other sideline, and MSU Denver's coach was frustrated they hadn't started the clock. If I'm him, don't start the clock. Let us keep playing. We don't want that clock to run. But, you know, Dixie's doing a fantastic job continuing to play together. You've seen, we've talked about the run. You know, MSU Denver going on one more big run. 6 minutes to go. They still have a chance to put a lot of points on the board. But looking up there, seeing that, holding this team to 32 points to this point is excellent.
6:03 remaining. They're going to take it down to 6:03. They say 8 seconds came off the clock, 22 seconds on the shot clock. Dixie State will maintain
You know, the other thing, I'm going to give these officials a lot of credit. They've had to deal with a lot of stuff tonight. They've done a very good job of managing the game, you know, looking at a replay when they felt they've needed it. You know, you're going to see officials make mistakes here and there, and they've made a few. But overall, hats off to this officiating crew tonight. They've done a very good job of managing some very tough situations.
back in play we go. Wade Miller holding, right wing. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Here's Youngblood to Frampton, down to 7. Conway drives inside, hangs, and hits! Draws contact, no whistle, but he hits. He's got 16. 53-32, Dixie State a 21-point lead, 5:30 to go.
Great steal.
And Dason Youngblood a steal. Will lead for Frampton, and he lays it up and in. Frampton's first bucket of the night, and Dixie State starting to run away with it. 55-32, 5:20 remaining.
Once again, their defense creating offense. Still very disciplined in their defense. Communication is on point right now, and Dixie doing a good job forcing them to take bad shots and then not giving them an offensive rebound.
Here's Jackson. Jackson hangs, rims out, Conway the rebound. Conway steps into a 3 straight away, bang! He's on a different planet tonight. And it's all come mostly in the second half. Matt Conway stepping in, he's 3 of 3 from outside. He's got 19 points to go with 12 rebounds.
It'll be interesting to see how much of that came in the second half. It feels like the second half.
Dub Price is gonna foul out, trying to get a block on Van Heinigen. Most of it has come, but we'll have to go back and look at the first half box.
Well, and you know, when you talk about the influence of Dupree early in the first half, when they start pounding the ball inside, then he got in foul trouble, and Conway stepped right in and did a very good job. They're running a lot of this action where there's a lot of on-ball screens. You know, there's on-ball screens, and Dixie's screening and rolling, where MSU Denver's going to pick and pop. So Conway doing a very good job of setting screens, rolling, creating an inside presence. Great second half for Conway.
Van Heinigen makes the first free throw. He'll have one more. It's 58-32. Dixie State lead is trimmed to 26. Misses the second, and that's rebound number 13 for Matt Conway. Check this out. He's got 19 and 13 right now. The Trailblazers set up the offense, 18 to shoot. Conway had 2 points and 3 rebounds at halftime.
Big second half.
Dupree playing with 4 fouls. He'll get inside, spins to the lane, and lays it in. 8 points for Dupree. 28-point lead for Dixie State. Taylor, floater in the lane. No, it rims out. Ball tapped around and out of bounds. Dixie State had it, and they lost it. 3:50 remaining. Dixie State 60. MSU Denver 32. We take the 60-second timeout and come right back on the Trailblazer Basketball Network.
At Kneaders, we start simple, making bread from scratch with just a handful of ingredients. It's not the easy way, but it's worth it. Honest bread, made without shortcuts. When you come to Kneaders, every loaf of bread, every sandwich starts here. Yes, it takes more time, but that's why we get an early start. Stop by today for dine-in, takeout, or drive-through.
Welcome back inside the broadcast. 3:50 to go. Dixie State has this one pretty much in hand with only 3:50 remaining. It's a 28-point lead, 60-32, in what was a 19-18 Dixie State lead at halftime. Trailblazers have put 41 on the board here in the second half. Matt Conway, your game's leading scorer with 19 points, 13 rebounds. He had 2 points and 3 rebounds at the half. He's having himself a half. And how about MSU Denver, Mike? Just 19% from the field. Every once in a while you have those nights where Dixie State playing good defense, but every once in a while just the lid is on. And those nights are rough. Inside, Van Heinigen for MSU Denver. They kick it out to Carter. Carter will leave for Strotter. Baseline right side jumper, and there's, is that the first field goal since the 17-something mark?
They did have one just
Oh, that's true. Yes, yes.
You know, I'm starting to look at record books.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I can't remember the last time Dixie held a team to this few of points in a game. And the same with the field goal percentage.
Well, I wasn't going to bring it up. It's kind of like a no-hitter. You know, you don't want to jinx it. No, just Frampton baseline left side jumper, and he hits. But since you've brought it up, I will tell you, I lost it. Had it, lost it.
You got it.
Here's Jackson. Tip and taken away. Ducree's got it. Fewest points allowed. Here's Youngblood. And he'll bring it back out with 23 seconds to burn on the shot clock. 2:45 remaining in the game. 62-34 Dixie State lead. Fewest points ever allowed in a game in this D2 era. 40 points. And an offensive foul called against Julian Ducree, and that's how he's going to foul out of the ballgame. Dixie State defeated Dominican here in the Burns Arena 84-40 on February 10th, 2011. Were you still on the staff that year?
Nope, that was
not quite. Or
yeah, that was.
Did you?
I was gone. That was the year that I left. So
was it? Okay.
That explains a lot, right?
Oh, that was the year that they made the Sweet 16 run,
That's right.
wasn't it?
Yep. Jeremiah Barnes.
Jeremiah Barnes. Oh, one of his records is in jeopardy. Don't tell him that.
Exactly.
He might not be too happy about that. 2:28 remaining. 62-34. And a whistle and a foul. Away from the ball, Josh Newbold, who just checked in for Ducree, who checked out, picks up the foul. And Jacob Nichols is also in the game, the freshman from Gilbert, Arizona. If they'd stop putting these guys at the line. McIntosh, free throw, good. McIntosh has 2 points. And he misses the second. Nichols the rebound. The freshman gonna grab it. 62-35. Whip it inside. Newbold will flush it home with 2 hands. They break the press, and Newbold gonna get the dunk. He's got 2.
It's good to see the guy come in and get a dunk.
McIntosh off the window and in. The other end, he's got 4. See, we brought it up, Mike, and now here comes all the points. 62-37. Newbold has it knocked out of his hands. 1:45 remaining.
Good for Newbold.
Put in his year, the redshirt year last
right.
year. Frampton is fouled. He'll get 2 free throws. That's foul number 10 against against MSU Denver.
Do they not go by Metro State anymore?
The official name of the school is still Metropolitan State University of Denver. In recent years, they have tried to kind of, I don't want to call it rebranding, but on the athletic side, they're really trying to push it as MSU Denver instead of, a lot of people were just referring to them as Metro State or just Metro. And it's been, they've wanted others to emphasize on that.
You know, it's interesting, when we made the move to Division II,
Frampton goes 1 of 2 from the stripe. He's got 5, 65-37 lead.
At the time, that was the team to beat in the West. And we scheduled them a few times and went to Denver to play them and felt like, you know, that was the standard in Division II back then. And really, we took a licking that year. But it's good to see where Dixie State is now, you know, and really evolved to that D2 era.
Mork misses a 3 on the MSU Denver side. Frampton knocks one in on the Dixie State side with 1:12 remaining. I told you they're going to get to their season average. They're just 3 points away from it now. 1:04 remaining.
At halftime, I would have never guessed Dixie would get to 70 points.
Inkland to Mork. Mork driving inside, high off the window. No, Dixie State the rebound. This could happen. Frampton will drive inside, and he's fouled. Why are they driving inside? A foul will go against Inkland. 48.2 seconds remaining. I mean, they could have taken another 25 seconds off the clock.
Walk it up the floor.
And we, you know, the SID in me starts thinking about these records.
Yeah, exactly.
First free throw from Frampton rims out. He's trying to get to double digits. That's what he's trying to do. He knows how many points he's got. He knew he needed those 2.
Well, I can tell you, the Burns Arena was packed tonight. Great environment, great feel, and they got their money's worth.
Second free throw up and good. 69-37, 45 ticks remaining. Here's Carter, trapped. And Frampton diving for a steal. He's going to commit a foul with 39.6 seconds remaining. He dove and undercut Elijah Strotter.
Well, that's a tough call because you see him, he's diving for a loose ball.
Ooh.
You know, it's a loose ball, and he's diving for it. That's a 50-50 ball. If you're going to pick up your 5th foul, that's how you do it. Or 4th foul.
That's his 4. Dixie State up. 32-point lead. Strotter just a 56% free throw shooter, and he makes it. He's got 6. Second free throw on the way, missed it, and it's loose. MSU Denver the rebound. And they nearly throw it away. If Dixie State can get a stop on this possession. Here's Mork for 3 left wing. No! And it's loose. Who's got it? Dixie State's got it. 22.3 seconds remaining. We may do it here.
What an effort. You know, what a great second half. You know, when you look back at the history of Dixie State basketball, you're going to look a long time where you find a half as impressive as the second half for Dixie State today. Great night.
Trailblazers are going to win this one 69-38, and it is a single game record for fewest points allowed in a game in the NCAA Division II era, breaking the record set against Dominican in 2011. 69-38, a 21-point win for the Trailblazers. Mike Olson, you've seen a lot of stuff. We all have here inside the Burns Arena, but nothing quite like that maybe defensively in the history of this, at least in the NCAA era of Dixie State basketball.
No, I mean, you expect that kind of effort on such a historic day, right? You know, announcing joining the WAC and going Division I, there's that talk of history going around today quite a bit, and Dixie lived up to it tonight, and you know that we talked about the adjustments that had to be made at halftime and what had to happen for Dixie to get back into this game, and it was all defense. You know, defense much better the second half. They were finding their shooters. They were communicating better, and defensively, what a great half. But then on offense, you know, they really changed the tempo. MSU Denver wanted to get out and run. They wanted a gun. They really wanted a fast tempo game. And Dixie was able to slow that down, and they dictated the tempo. They dictated how the game was going to be played, and they ran their stuff and did a very good job of being patient on offense and capitalizing on those open shots. Shot a much higher percentage. When we looked at the first half and those statistics, the first half, Dixie was shooting 22% and really worried about that. Finished the game with 46%. For MSU Denver, 21%, and finished the game with 21%. So very good job defensively for Dixie State to keep MSU Denver out of their offense and force them into bad shots. So a great effort with the field goal percentage, with the three-point field goal percentage. MSU Denver finishing the game at 17%, while Dixie State shot the ball much better the second half with 38.9% from the three-point line. Free throw percentage, MSU Denver finished the game 11 for 24, 45%, with Dixie finishing the game 18 of 29, shooting 62% from the free throw line. When you look at some of those numbers, the three-point field goal percentage for MSU Denver, shooting 5 for 28. They shot a lot of shots, many of them in the first half, but solid effort for Dixie State defensively.
I'm back on the mic with you now, Mike. Sorry, I was having a reunion with
I didn't even know
family
you were
friend.
I was just
family
talking
friend
away.
I hadn't seen for quite some time, and they came up and said hi and had to take the time to be able to reciprocate that. And wow, just what a win tonight, 69-38. Let's do this. Let's step away. Let's take the 2-minute timeout. Then we'll come back and we'll break it all down inside the Camping World postgame show, and tons to talk about in this one. Dixie State winning 69-38, setting a single game record for the fewest points allowed in a game. Let's take the 2-minute timeout. We'll come back and wrap it up inside the Camping World postgame show.
Hey, guess what?
We've been invited to move up to Division I and join the Western Athletic Conference. We are really excited about this opportunity, but we needed to make sure it was the right decision for our athletes, students, institution, and community. So DSU hired Collegiate Consulting to conduct a feasibility study, and we looked into all of the pros and cons ourselves, and
we have some exciting news to share today.
We are accepting the invitation to the WAC.
So what does this mean for DSU?
It means that in July 2020, Dixie State University will be home to a Division I athletic program,
which opens many opportunities for our students, university, and community.
For starters, Division I schools often experience increases in scholarships, enrollment, and completion rates.
Other benefits like more rigorous academic standards, more attention on a national stage,
NCAA and WAC revenues, and increased booster support will be amazing for Dixie State.
Currently, the WAC doesn't include football, so you may be wondering if we'll still have a football team. The answer is absolutely. Football would be an independent Division I team, like several other institutions.
Benefits for the community include increased tourism and revenues,
along with big name programs coming into town for the community to come see us play.
But by far, one of the best parts is playing more Utah schools and creating intense rivalries with other WAC schools,
such as UVU, Cal Baptist, and Grand Canyon University, in addition to having the opportunity to play nearby D1 competitors such as SUU, Weber State, and Northern Arizona.
Hi, I'm Jason Booth, Dixie State University's Director of Athletics. This is an exciting opportunity for DSU and a natural step in the development of a growing institution and community as we evolve from university status to university stature. We hope you are as excited as we are, and we invite you to come to our games and show your support for our Trailblazers as we prepare to become a powerful Division I athletic program in the WAC and across the nation.
Welcome back inside the Burns Arena. Dixie State victorious 69-38, and you are watching and listening to the Camping World postgame show right here on the Trailblazer Basketball Network. And how about this? It looked like it had gone final, but Chadron State, I was joking about this earlier, has forced overtime in Salt Lake City.
Wow.
Game tied at 75. We'll
take
it. They got to make that drive down here either tonight or in the morning. Dixie State winning this one, though, 69-38. And we have got a lot to do, a lot to talk about inside the postgame show. We're going to name a campus dining player of the game, easy choice, and a Jimmy John's play of the game. And that one was a little tougher with all the good plays that we've had throughout the night tonight. But let's start with this. We break it down with just the numbers. Dixie State, after shooting just, whoa, I just saw this for the first time. After shooting just 22% in the first half, Mike, I don't know if you've had a chance to see this yet. 16 of 20, 80% from the field in the second half, 6 of 7, 85% from three-point range, 12 of 18 from the free throw line. So they shoot 46% from the field for the game, 22 of 47, 7 of 18 from the field from three-point range, and 18 of 29 from the free throw line. You want to talk about a tale of two halves, and that's what this Dixie State team has done, though. They went down 9, chipped away, tied the game, and you knew as soon as they pulled back even, okay, we're back. And then I think Pagankoff knocking in the three the way he did at the buzzer to go into halftime was, the push that really got the momentum going into the second half. I just don't know if I've ever seen anything quite like that, outscoring MSU Denver 50-20 in the second half.
Yeah, and that's how they did it, right? We talked about the tempo and the trusting your teammates and your patience on offense. And, that first part of the first half, they seemed so timid. And it'd be interesting to see Coach Judkins' take on that. Offense, the first half compared to the second half, because it seemed like at the beginning of the game, they were just timid and they were afraid to attack. And then all it took was Julian Ducree to say, hey, it's okay, we can attack. Just follow my lead. And when he started attacking the basket, that changed things. And it really forced MSU Denver to do some things defensively that they weren't ready for. And, having to double team the post and then missing on some rotations, that really changed the game for Dixie. And then offensively, the second half, Dixie's ability to just manage and weather the storms. They're lucky that some of those shots didn't go in for MSU Denver. They went from the 17-23 mark down to the 6-11 mark without hitting a field goal. So great job, Dixie State, on defense.
Trailblazers winning this one, and I'm just shaking my head still, kind of thinking about how that first half was playing out, where neither team could make a shot, and you wondered, when it would turn around. You knew it wouldn't go on forever. You know the game wasn't going to end 35-34 in favor of somebody, and Dixie State able to find that rhythm. They had a good start to the second half, and you want to talk about, and I think we can probably just jump right into this part of it, our campus dining player of the game, someone who kind of put the team on his back in the second half and had help, definitely had help. We got some close seconds tonight, but Matt Conway, who had a very quiet second half, knows that this offense relies on him to carry some of the bulk of that scoring, and I'm sure Coach Judkins probably pulled him aside in the locker room and said, look, we've got to have more out of you. I know it's tough in there. I know you're getting double teamed, but he was patient, found good looks. If he didn't make the shot, he got fouled and went to the line, and he made 3 threes. He goes 3 of 3 from outside and finishes 19 points, 13 rebounds for another double-double, and that for me is my vote for campus dining player of the game. Really did anything he wanted to do in the second half.
No question, he deserves player of the game. He found his confidence, and he really created some matchup problems. Anytime you've got a big guy that can post up down low, get the ball and score and draw fouls, he did a great job of getting players in foul trouble. But anytime you've got a guy that can do that and then step out and shoot the three-pointer consistently and effectively, that's a tough matchup. So no question that I agree. He's got my vote for player of the game.
Dixie State winning this one 69-38. And a game that was very close in the first half. They pull away in the second half. Matt Conway, our campus dining player of the game. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention a couple of these guys. And I feel like Andre Wilson tonight, you know, every once in a while, and I like to say this, you have these guys that kind of have sneaky good games.
Yep.
And then they're just a little more quiet, a little under the radar. The next thing you know, you look at Andre Wilson, he's got, 12 points on 4-6 shooting, hit a 3, went 3 for 3 from the line, had a couple of turnovers and picked up 4 fouls, but had an assist. And as far as scoring, when you needed it, he was there to help with some big buckets and at the free throw line when you needed it. Also, Jack Pagankoff, who he's probably not 100% at this time, but he's willing to play through some pain and willing to help this team do what they need to do. And I thought he was fantastic in the 10 minutes that he played tonight. 10 points, 4 of 5 from the field, 2 of 2 from downtown, including what will probably end up being our Jimmy John's play of the game. And he had an assist as well. So, I mean, you talk about the guards tonight really stepped up, and those two provided Matt Conway the help that he needed. Zach Frampton late as well. But those two, Andre Wilson and Jack Pagankoff, big difference makers tonight.
Huge. And you talk about plays of the game. That shot before the half was big. Set the tone, just like you mentioned. But Andre Wilson's 3 on the left wing when the game was close. Dixie was trying to pull away. They just needed that big play, and he hit a huge 3. And then that's when all of the confusion set in, and there was a stoppage in play for a little bit and officials talking, and it kind of took the momentum, but it allowed Dixie to catch their breath, and that really kick-started a huge run. So I think we've got 2 phenomenal options when we look at play of the game coming from both those guys. I mean, I'm fine picking either one of those because both of those changed momentum, and they changed the way the game was played, and they were huge. Both of them added so much to the Dixie State offense.
Of course, one of them's going to get a little bit more fanfare because it's that, thing we like to call a buzzer beater.
It's at the buzzer, yep.
And I don't know if we have that handy in the truck. We haven't looked at as many highlights as we had. We probably should look at some, but I'd love to take a look at that Pagankoff 3-point shot again if we've got it handy.
Yeah, well,
because and here it is right here.
He also gets style points, for the he hits the shot and then the casual walk off. Right there. That's
no big deal.
Style points. We'll give it to him.
Dixie State winning this one 69-38. And head coach John Judkins joining us in the post-game report to get the coach's comments. And, Coach, we were just talking about Jack's halftime buzzer beater there. And, had a better look at the first shot that he had.
Yeah,
he tipped it back out and, line drive shot, knocks it in. And, for us, chipped away, tied the game, got close. And then that was kind of the push that really got the ball rolling into the second half that took you guys into the locker room with some momentum.
Yeah, I'll tell you, first half,
that was fun, wasn't it,
really,
that first half?
I hate that. It was like we were so tight. It was like, we had open shots. We weren't ready to shoot it. We caught and go, I'm open. Instead of being ready, expect a pass, knock down a shot. Especially Bubba. That's what he's good at. He's got to get his feet ready and just look for a shot every time he can. And I thought we missed a lot of little easy little gimmies, but we went 22% in the first half, and the second half we go 80%. I kind of chewed him a little bit and said, hey, we had 8 offensive rebounds the first half, we only got 1 the second half. What's the problem? And then I realized we only missed 4 shots.
You're not going to get any rebounds.
Good problem to have.
That's
a
good problem.
It's a great problem to have.
That's what I said. So I thought our defense tonight really won the game. And there wasn't anything special we did. We just guarded ball screens the way we teach, and we fought through them, and we rotated well, and we communicated well. And it's an easy game if you just do the things that you're supposed to do. And we just kept saying, do what you can do. Do your job. Do your job. And if everybody does their job, then you're going to have some success. And I thought tonight we did that.
Well, you talk about your defensive effort, Coach. I know you probably weren't thinking about it, but at 17:31 mark in the second half, MSU Denver hit a 3. They did not get a field goal until 6:11. So a little over 11 minutes, your defense held them.
Second half?
Second half.
The first half, I felt like that too. They scored the first 9 points, like you said, and then all of a sudden they went on. They didn't score for a long time. We caught back up. So, every play I'm trying to get a stop, Old, so I don't see how many times we stop them. But I thought we did. I thought our scout report, I thought we prepared them well. I thought we just did the little things. Little things win games. how to show on a screen or how to rotate or making sure we block off. I thought we gave up too many offensive rebounds. I mean, they had 13. That was something but they shot 21%. So they're going to have a lot more rebounds to get, but we got to do a better job of blocking off and not doing that. But, it was fun to see that second half. I saw some fun in their eyes, where the last couple of weeks it hasn't been fun, and tonight, once we started running, we started pushing the ball up and we got going. I saw some fun. We relaxed, and then we started hitting shots. And when you're shooting that well and you're defending, you got a good chance to win.
I'm sure your assistants probably told you. We kind of gave them a heads up on it as things were winding down. That's a single game record for fewest points allowed in a game. And just kind of a testament to how hard these guys worked all game, especially in that second half. And not only, to force the misses, but to clean up on the boards defensively in that second half as well.
21%, like you said, they shot 52 shots, made 11. Number one's a good point. He had a couple early in the first half he should have made. He was I think he was 1 for 10 the first half, threes that we made mistakes on. He just missed them. Second half, I thought we did a lot better job that way. But it's we did say that at the end of the game. Those 40 was our lowest points. I mean, he held them to 18 the first half and 20 the second half. That's pretty good. And then we saw. I mean, a lot of guys got some good minutes. I mean, Conway played one of his best games. He played 33 minutes. Maybe left him in a little bit too long, but offensively he was playing pretty good. I did get mad at him on that 1-3 he hit on a trail. We were up 16, I think it was, and we had a problem of that last week. Julian shot one just like that. We were up 6 with 4 minutes to go, and he shot a quick 3. We missed, and they went down and got a run. And so I told Matt, I said, Matt, that's the same as Julian's. The difference is yours went in and his didn't. I don't mind the shot, but you got to know time and possession. When you're up 16, you got a team almost ready to quit. You got to make them guard for a while. And you'll get that 3 again. I'm not saying don't shoot the 3. It's just don't shoot it off one pass. You know what I mean? And so that's something we have to learn and get better with. But again, I thought our guys played really hard. When I saw Frampton dive for a ball, with a minute 10 left.
Up 20, up 30 something already.
That tells me that, he gets it. He's trying really hard. And I don't think it was a foul on it, but it's
No, it
okay.
wasn't. We saw the replay. It wasn't.
The guy said he undercut him. I said, no, you look at it. The guy jumped on him. But that's okay. That happens. And, it's good to see Josh get a bucket and Jacob get a couple things. Those guys, Jacob's been working really hard in practice and making us better, and it's fun to see those guys get some minutes in there. And I thought Jack, again.
Yeah, I was going to bring him up.
He wasn't supposed to play until next week, but he's been improving every week and doing his therapy. And
he was great for you guys tonight.
Yeah, he sparked us. He sparked us, and like I was telling Kelby, I said, hey, can we get him 15 minutes? Can we get him something just to kind of? I mean, normally when you haven't played for a while, two things are going to happen. One, you're going to play really bad, or you're going to play really good. And tonight, I thought he did. Yeah. He kind of, he shot some pretty crazy stuff, but he was so excited to play.
Yeah.
But it was fun to have him on the bench with us the last 3 weeks because he's like, man, I've learned so much sitting out. I see kind of what you guys are talking about. I see things that I can improve on, and that's nice to see. Him and Andre, when he got hurt, I thought they both were there to learn and to get better. And tonight we needed him. He gave us a good spark.
We were wondering if you pulled out the Michael's secret stuff for Matt Conway during halftime. You go back, that's a Space Jam reference, just in case you didn't catch that. But because he only had. We looked at it. He had 2 points and 3 rebounds at halftime, and he finishes with 19 and 13 tonight. You mentioned how good of a game he had. We just talked about him being kind of your scoring leader, and looking for someone to step up, and he was there all over the place in the second half. So just fantastic game.
Well, he's got to realize he's a better player, an all-around player when he goes inside and out. Sometimes he likes to stay outside a little too much, and in high school he was really, really good. In the post, and I liked him in high school, and I said, man, he plays so much bigger than he is, just kicking guys inside with his post moves, and he's got to have both that. So once that started going, he got a couple drives, a couple of duck in post. He got a 2-and-1. He shot the foul shot good, 8 for 9 from the foul line, and then it opens up the outside, and that's what I thought we didn't do a good job of that, of going inside enough. And then I thought Matt and Julian a little bit the first half, they were monstering or double teaming them, and they weren't kicking it out. They were holding it too long. You got to kick it out and then repost. And then once you repost, you can get a better position and then you just go score it. And I thought Matt did a lot better job of that second half.
In case you're wondering, wish granted for you, Westminster and Chadron State have gone to overtime. In fact, it's late in overtime.
Well, it's not good luck for us because it happened to us the other time.
Oh, that's
too,
true.
And they came in and got it spanked our when we lost at home. So
that's true. Never mind. We didn't mention that.
Say that. No,
we didn't talk about it, Coach.
That team's very good. That team's
they're athletic.
They're athletic. They play very physical. Tonight this team was big, and I thought they'd be more physical than they were tonight. They weren't as physical as I thought they would be. But tomorrow is going to be a really physical game. So we got to get our rest, bounce back quick, and these Friday, Saturday games. It's good that not a lot of guys got too many minutes, so we shouldn't be too tired. And hopefully those guys travel. It takes them forever to get here, and we'll get ready to go. But, hey, great crowd tonight.
They were awesome, weren't they?
That was fun. And
what a day, though. I mean, we have a chance to ask you, to talk to you about what we know we need to get you going, but be able to ask you about, the announcement that was made today, going to Division I, joining the WAC, and what that means for the school and your program. And the community came out tonight, read out game, and just you couldn't think of a better way to have this afternoon and night go. Women won their game too.
Yeah,
and
great night.
Keeping that trend that when they win, you win.
Yeah,
so.
we got to keep that going. But when they lose, they got to break that. But but I'll tell you, it was a fun day all around. And like I told our guys there, maybe that was my fault the first half. I said, hey, we got a great crowd. Let's not disappoint them. Let's play hard and let them realize how fun this game is to watch. Let's just fly around and have fun and play hard. And because that was our best crowd, no question, of this year. And we want them back, and that's why I think President and Jason thought the D1 thing. He thinks we can pack this place every night and do that, and I believe that. As long as we're not competing with the high school stuff, I think.
This was a high school night tonight, though, and still to have 4,000 plus. That's awesome.
We just got we just got to advertise and let people realize that. But I think once they start realize who we're playing, they're going to come, and this is a fun community, and they get behind us, and we appreciate everything they do for us, and let's just keep packing the Burns.
Coach, thank you so much. You have anything else? One more thing, Mike?
It, not superstitious or anything, but you want to know in your red uniforms at home. Just so
well, if you go 2-0 because they won against Holy Names last year and senior day too.
You did.
So
we did.
And you had the big things happen. You had the Trevor Hill Sports Center top 10 in the red uniforms, and then the lowest point. You know what? Red is your primary home uniform now.
Yeah, when I saw that, they said red out. I said, hey, what a great opportunity to wear our red uniform. Our fans don't get to see that, and our guys like those too. So it was kind of fun. And Metro was good about it. They were fine wearing their blues. They either wear red or blue, and they chose to wear blue tonight and they'll wear red tomorrow. So that was fun. It was fun, and some of our guys, I think, were excited trying something different. And again, let's keep having white-out games. I don't have blackout games. Maybe I'll ever go buy some black uniforms, but the red out and the white out.
Those navy blues worked out pretty good on the blackout last year.
Good point. Was a big win. Appreciate you guys, and
Coach,
thanks
for
all your support.
Good luck tomorrow. Head Coach John Judkins in the post game, and probably kept him a little longer than we should have on the Friday end of a doubleheader. But how can you not when we're talking about everything that went on tonight, and giving the guys credit that really deserve credit, and just feel like. Had to ask him about that. This Westminster Chadron State game is still going. Every time I think that Westminster has it wrapped up, the next thing I know it keeps going. It's 91-86, 26 seconds remaining in overtime. But, what a game tonight. And I can't say enough about this Dixie State effort and just the whole day in general. These are two games that I really had circled on my calendar because I knew what announcement was coming. And just thought, I hope we can get a good turnout at the announcement for Division I and going to the WAC. And I hope beyond hope that, that both teams can win tonight just to show this community, hey, you come out and support us. We're going to give you a good product on the court.
That's right.
And, they're pushing 2,000 was the announced attendance. It was like 1754 for that women's game. And I haven't seen the number tonight, but I'm sure it's well over 4,000, nearing capacity. And, like Coach Judkins said, they come out and you treat them to a good show, and they're going to want to come back. And I think it's exactly what happened tonight.
Exactly, Carrick. And when you look back at today's events, Dr. Jason Booth, athletic director, he mentioned two things in his speech this morning. Athletics, their mantra here is athletic excellence. And you throw some academics. We didn't see anybody studying out here tonight, but we know that they're doing a great job in the classroom with the overall GPA of 3.1. But he also mentioned community. athletic excellence and community. We saw that both tonight. Great job for our community coming out. It was Washington County School District night, I think. And so great support from the school district.
Yes.
And phenomenal work from our Washington County School District. Great way to honor them and then their support. But you saw that connection between team and community. So overall, great night. You know, they're about ready to kick us out with the lights, knowing that, hey, tomorrow's a new day. And you look ahead to Chadron State and 2 in a row is a win streak. And you know that's what they're focused on. We talk about Coach Judkins getting home and getting some rest and those things and preparing for tomorrow. I haven't seen Casey Winters or Jeremiah Barnes out here yet. And
I think they're cleaning up the food over there.
Yeah.
And by cleaning up, I don't mean picking up to, pick up the mess. I think they're cleaning up what's left up.
Those two guys work hard. When Coach Judkins talks about the scout and had them prepared, the hours that those two put into game preparation is incredible. And they don't get enough credit for the amount of film that they watch and a game plan tonight that was spot on. Talking to both of those two preparing for this game, very detail oriented. You know, when you talk about know your personnel and know what they're doing, a few times tonight you saw Metropolitan State, MSU Denver call out a play, and as soon as the name came out of their mouth, both Casey and Jeremiah knew exactly what they had to do to get their defense in order. So hats off to a great effort by everybody tonight, community, coaching staff, and then certainly the players who played phenomenal today.
Well, let's give a shout-out while we're giving shout-outs to everyone, the marketing and communication staff. Wendy Bulkley was very involved, the Associate AD for External Relations, in the announcement that was made today. Katie Bornstein for everything that she did. Steve Johnson, Associate AD for Media Relations. I mean, everything that went on today behind the scenes that maybe you didn't, the listeners, viewers didn't know about. Our CEC TV crew, they have been going strong since they were setting up at like 9, 10 a.m. over at the Student Activity Center, took a short break for lunch, and they were right back to film the event. And then they literally packed everything up and raced down here to get set up for a doubleheader. So we appreciate everything that they do. And it's a team effort, and it will continue to be a team effort. A lot of work to do to get to that, July, to that fall of 2020 into the Western Athletic Conference, and it's going to be a team effort, and will continue to be.
That's right.
And man, just a fun night tonight. They probably are going to kick us out of here if we keep going much longer. You mentioned that though. It reminded me of you coached with Juddy at Snow, right?
Yeah, for a long time.
So I did a short stint. 2013-14 season at College of Southern Idaho. I was actually their play-by-play announcer that year. There was a certain school in Salt Lake City that actually pulled the plug on me. Yeah. And they thought that I had gone too long, and they pulled the plug in post-game. And so I pulled my phone out and just finished right there on my phone. And I'm not going anywhere.
Yep.
I got bills to pay. I got sponsors to – but, just kind of got me thinking. Story time with Carrick, I guess. I'm in that mood tonight. So – Mike, appreciate you being with us tonight. I think we're on the big station tomorrow with Devin on 97.7. I wish we could go 3-man crew. I need to talk to him about getting a 3-man crew going. It might be, close quarters over here, but
if we do, I'm Van Gundy.
Okay, let's do. I'm going to talk to him about it. We're going to make this happen. I will slide over. We're going 3-man crew. Be here tomorrow night. I'm going to talk to him about it. We're going 3-man crew.
Love working with both of you.
Because we need your insights on these games each and every night. I appreciate all the work you've done, and you've got a tired somebody right there that needs to get home and go to bed. At least it's Friday night. It's
I
Saturday
guarantee
night.
you she's anxious to get home and watch the Jazz games. So she's
okay. You got it DVR'd?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Who are they playing tonight?
Lakers.
Oh, that's right. Lakers. All right, Dixie State winning it 69-38. Let's wrap it up. Another big thank you to everyone that's been involved in a wonderful day here at Dixie State. Trailblazers winning it. We'll be home here tomorrow night. Do it all over again. Dixie State hosting Chadron State. Women's game at 5:30. Men's game at 7:30. For our entire CEC TV crew, for Mike Olson, I'm Carrick Sagmiller. Thanks for listening or watching, being part of this historic, monumental day. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.